The Boston Bruins have added another Adams Division championship, and now the black and gold skate toward the brand new season. Coach Rick Bowness will look for the rough and tumble Bruins to continue their winning ways as Ray Bourque, Andy Moog, and the rest of the Bees stride toward Lord Stanley's Cup. NESN has your ticket to the most extensive Bruins coverage there is, so don't miss a moment of another thrilling season coming this fall on NESN.
This is NESN, your ticket to New England sports.
Tonight, the Bruins open the 1991-92 season at Boston Garden. It'll be a night of memories in honor of the National Hockey League's 75th season. Both teams will wear the uniforms of yesteryear. But the new season provides the Bees with a series of challenges as they resume their quest for the Stanley Cup. Rookie coach Rick Bowness heads to the ice already shorthanded. The playoff injury to 50-goal scorer Cam Neely leaves a tremendous void up front. Hoping to plug the gap will be the likes of Vladimir Ruzicka, who showed flashes of offensive brilliance last year, and Craig Janney, who's coming off an impressive performance in the Canada Cup tournament. On defense, four-time Norris Trophy winner Ray Bourque carries the load. And in goal, Andy Moog starts his first season as Boston's clear-cut #1 man in the nets. The Rangers will be a good test for this Bruins team. Despite another playoff disappointment, they're a team full of offensive weapons, featuring the likes of Mike Gartner and Bernie Nichols. And on defense, rising star Brian Leetch sets his sights on a first Norris Trophy. Look for the Bonus Bruins to embrace blue-collar hockey. The hard-skating, hard-checking style that's come to epitomize the Bees is a sure formula for success, at least until the offense gets on track. Up next, it's a brand new season of Boston Bruins hockey, live on NESN. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Boston Garden. Glad to have you with us on NESN for the regular season opener of this, the 75th anniversary of the NHL, the Bruins and Rangers tonight. And Derek, it's almost a party atmosphere here tonight.
Very festive. The National Hockey League coming up with the uniform changes. There's all sorts of things going on. We're going to have a Snoopy skating around on the ice. New Zambonis, but it's going to be nice.
Just to give you an idea of what this is all about this year, the 75th anniversary, every team has an honorary captain and a celebrity captain. For the Bruins, Harry O'Reilly is the honorary captain, and Michael J. Fox, the celebrity captain. We'll be talking to them a little bit later in the hockey game, but let's focus on the Bruins right now and what fans should be looking for. Derek, let's talk about the concerns that maybe the Bees and their fans will have coming out of camp.
Well, Rick Bowness, I think, really wants to establish, you don't have Cam Neely. Someone has to step up in that leadership role with Ray Bourque and support him. They're going to need that leadership both off the ice and on. The Bruins are going to have to come out tonight with some fire in their eyes. You can't come out looking at, well, we can't score goals, so let's make sure we play button-down defense. They've got to come out and try to score goals. They've got to try something, and I think the wrinkles are there. Rick Bowness definitely wants some attempt at scoring, some putting pucks in the net.
Of course, everyone's concerned about Cam Neely's absence and the void it creates in scoring. It also creates a void in the physical leadership.
Very, very much so, Dave. It's Cam Neely's presence out there not only supports everyone else with his hitting, his get back, get even hitting, but when it's not there, there's defensemen start wheeling behind that net. Head down and full head of steam, that creates an awful lot of offense for your opponent. Somebody's got to get in and hit them.
Well, we're just about set for the opening night festivities, the 75th anniversary celebration. We'll be back at the Boston Garden with more on NESN.
NESN's exclusive presentation of Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers with that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud. By Mobile, drive your engine clean with Mobile Super Unleaded Plus. By the Discover card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. By AT&T, the right choice. And by Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Centers, because family spirit is what Sullivan is all about.
Welcome back to Boston Garden, just about set for opening night festivities. Derek, a lot of people concerned about the offense, and rightly so. The Bees only scored 18 goals through 8 preseason games. And the power play is the focal point when you talk about offense. If a team has a great power play, they have a great offense. Rick Bowness and his coaching staff, they're going to have to mix and match for a while to try to find a combination.
Well, the Bruins, only the Islanders scored less goals. The Bruins power play hovered somewhere around 8 or 9%, which is pathetic. And that is a department that can, during training camp, they really never put a power play out there. Specifically, they had a man advantage. They changed lines to keep people in the flow. You're going to see Rick Bowness' chance tonight, the choices that he's going to put on that power play tonight. And a lot of changes. Sweaters on the referees that they wore in 1920. They got instant replay tonight that no one dreamed of in 1920. Now they have instant replay for somewhat suspect decisions or difficult decisions.
Let's go down the ice right now with the Garden Public Address announcer Joel Perlmutter.
On November 17th, 1917, the founders of the NHL met at the Windsor Hotel in Montreal and signed a charter that created a professional league to begin play that season. From those beginnings, that league, the National Hockey League, has grown into one of North America's leading sports attractions, with millions of fans in 22 franchises across the United States and Canada. The National Hockey League's Diamond Anniversary season will be saluted with a wide variety of activities and celebrations, starting tonight and continuing throughout the 1991-92 season. Now please direct your attention to center ice, where Bruins Hall of Fame broadcaster Fred Cusick of New England Sports Network and WSBK TV Channel 38 will conduct tonight's special pregame ceremonies.
Thank you, Joel. Let's meet the 1991-92 Boston Bruins. Number 1, Reggie Lemlin. Number 6, Glenn Featherstone. Number 10, Ken Hodge. Number 11, Bob Carpenter. Number 13, Wes Walls. Number 16, Peter Duris. Number 20, Bob Sweeney. Number 21, Stefan Cantal. Number 23, Craig Janney. Number 26, Glenn Wesley. Number 27, Steve Leach. Number 28, Gary Galley. Number 29, Petri Skriko. Number 30, Chris Nyland. Number 34, Lyndon Byers. Number 35, Andy Moog. Number 38, Vladimir Rajichka. Number 41, Dave Tomlinson. Number 43, Matt Hervey. And the captain, number 77, Ray Bork. Not dressing for tonight's game are number 8, Cam Neely. Number 14, Jeff Lazaro. Number 19, Dave Pullen. Number 22, Bob Beers. Number 32, Don Sweeney. Number 33, Matt Deljudas. The coaching and training staffs: Coach Rick Bonus, Assistant Coach Gordy Clark, Assistant Coach Mike O'Connell, Athletic Trainer Jim Narrigan, Athletic Therapist Don Wharton, Equipment Manager Ken Flager, Assistant Equipment Manager Eric Anderson. And the New York Rangers. As a special part of this season's 75th anniversary, the Bruins are honored to have 2 celebrity captains this season. Please welcome former Bruin player Terry O'Reilly and coach. And great Boston Bruins hockey fan, Michael J. Fox. And Boston captain Ray Bourque will now present Terry and Michael with their 1991-92 75th anniversary jerseys. And at this time, to mark this historic moment in hockey history, Terry and Michael will raise the National Hockey League's 75th anniversary banner, which will remain in place throughout the 1991-92 season and serve as a constant reminder of the anniversary celebration. And now, Ray Bourque of Boston, Mike Gardner of New York, Michael J. Fox, Terry O'Reilly, and the ceremonial face-off.
Well, that pretty much wraps it up for the 75th anniversary pregame ceremonies, but what opening ceremony would be complete without that man, the designated singer, with the teams on their blue lines. And Rene Rancourt has Mike at hand. Let's go down on the ice to Rene for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets circling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, there you have it, David.
I think we're ready for the season. In fact, I think I was ready around the 4th of July. But
Fans are.
here's your officiating crew for tonight's game. Your referee is Don Koharski. You're looking at linesman Ray Scapanello. Kevin Collins, the other linesman to work tonight's game. Ray worked the final 3 Bruin exhibition games down south. In the Ranger goal tonight, John Van Beesbrook. Beezer is probably surprised that he's still a Ranger. He was headed for just about every team in the league at some point from the end of the playoffs to the start of the season. But Mike Richter was in town today, played in the Canada Cup, is having trouble getting a new contract, and left town today.
The Rangers came in by train yesterday, I believe, and then he just said, "You're not going to sign me, I'm going home."
Andy Moog, who got in about 2.5 games during the preseason, including the final 2 preseason games, said that he feels he's ready. Of course, the Bruins are banking big on that. Until they can get their offense on track, you're looking at the 75th anniversary banner hoisted to the rafters here at the Garden.
In goal, number 35, Andy Moog.
There's Roger Nielsen behind the Ranger bench. He's got quite a bit of talent, Turk, that may give the Pittsburgh Penguins a pretty good run in the Patrick division.
Well, if they listen and he can inspire them. They certainly have the skills and the tools, but the emotional level sometimes suspect in the bigger guns in the Rangers. They asked for a rededication of Bernie Nichols in the papers in New York today.
And it's not just opening night, it's opening career night behind the bench of the Boston Bruins for Rick Bowness. His first game as head man for the Boston Bees. He did a great job while taking care of the Maine Mariners and getting the guys ready to come up when needed.
Great guy, too. Very popular. I wish him well.
Well, you know, they've got the old uniforms on tonight. The ushers are wearing the old style ushers uniforms. The concessionaires have their old time uniforms. They're also using an old Zamboni, one of the original Zambonis. This one donated by the town of Arlington, their Parks and Recreation Department. The 134th Zamboni ever made.
This is a problem. That Zamboni overflowed as far as the snow. It filled up quickly. They had to bring out the second Zamboni, and that maybe it'll touch too much water. They're going to have to bring Kevin Collins out with a sweeper and get things organized. That puck will stop dead. You could be carrying out of your own end with all that extra water out there. The puck obviously does not flow well. And it gets sticky. There's that concessionaire outfit. They're all lining up at the Garden getting their ties. The confusion was the ties. Did they go on right? Not many of them know how to wear those ties.
Tommy Johnson should have given a clinic.
Sure. I have a tough time with a tuxedo tie. My wife bought one for me that you tie, and I had Tommy Johnson tie it once, and that's it.
That never took it
I
off.
could never figure out how to do it.
I like these sweaters.
Well, the teams around the league are asking the Bruins, could you please wear them in Vancouver and in Calgary? And
is that right?
Yes, they're asking that they do wear them the first trip in everywhere. Most of the teams are. I think it's a great look. Nice way to start the season. It's very strange looking down. You get very used to that old uniform, and you.
Boston Arena, 1926.
I hope that is not going to happen tonight.
No. What a great job through the introductions by another one who has figured prominently in the storied history of the National Hockey League, our partner Fred Cusick.
My first game was 1929. My neighbor Bill Doherty took me in the train from Faneuil Station, 11 years old, sat up there on the right, saw the Bruins beat Chicago 5-2, and Eddie Shore scored 2 goals.
All right.
Boy, I tell you, we're definitely taking a back seat in this one. Fred's got a million stories from the days gone past.
Memories.
What was the season like then, Fred? I mean, did they still start in October and finish in April, or?
Oh, no, they started later. They played very infrequently. When Milt Schmidt was with this team, Art Ross didn't even believe in practice. They had to fight to practice, and we see them now. They work night, morning, noon, and night.
They work in June, July.
I personally think you ought to talk to Milt about. He said we had a fight to practice, but they showed up at the game and they won some Stanley Cups too. Nichols against Janney. Doris is on the wing, and the puck back in the Boston zone. Ray Bourque there. Doris, and Janney is out. Coming on his old teammate Leach from Boston College. And is knocked down by Nichols. Carpenter at left wing in, fighting for it behind the net. Shaw there too, and Gartner swings it out. Nichols waits, leads. Amante over the line. The local boy stops, cuts, gives it to Leach. Leach fakes, shoots, and it's blocked. Ray Bourque into the corner, battling for it, and gets control now. Eludes Amante, gets it up on the left for Carpenter. Carpenter the clear in all the way to Van Beesbrook. He hangs on for a face-off. Both teams wanting a line change.
John Van Beesbrook, very talented. He's kind of taken the back seat to Mike Richter. Richter's first full season last year. Tony Amante, the Rangers are very high on the local youngster. Tony Amante right here, a very smart play. Little curl to move Wesley. Faked him on the inside and found the late man. Good defensive move right here. Ray Bourque just steps up and hits him in the foot.
Bob Sweeney on the faceoff. Leach on the right wing. Galley at the right point looking for the draw, and he gets it. Swings in front. Quick shot. It's wide. Patrick now trying to get a whistle. Tomlinson fights for it. Is knocked down. The puck is loose, so there's no whistle. Still a scramble for it. Leach. Tomlinson comes out with it. Tomlinson stopping, cutting to Leach. Leach trying to swing free, forced to the corner. Back for Bob Sweeney. Sweeney in deep for Tomlinson. I had it across in front, but it was too far ahead of Leach. But the Bruins press this line. Tomlinson moving in the corner. Leach trying to keep it in. And Agrodnik can't get the pass out, and back foot wearing number 6, Glenn Featherstone. Gets away from Turcotte, who moved all, hooked him down and is going out. Turcotte caught him as he cut in front of the net, and the first power play goes to Boston.
I think Jared Turcotte, unfortunately for him, caught Glenn Featherstone just a little off balance, and the tug was innocent enough, but enough to knock Featherstone down and get the hook.
Right here's Featherstone. You're going to see him back on his heel a little bit. Just as he's curling, the weight is on the wrong foot. You're right, Dave. He's transitional weight there, and he got caught in the middle of it. He had to wait it just a little second to tug him. Where he was more balanced, he would have gotten away with it.
Well, our first look at the Bruin power play, which is something that is going to be under the magnifying glass by the coaching staff for a while. We're going to try to keep line combinations together and try to keep the first shift to a minute for the forwards.
Well, obviously they've changed that. They got Carpenter on the right side with Ruzicka and Janney. The 5 offensive players are right there on the ice. Let's see what they can do.
Bourque and Wesley will play the points, and Bourque leads the rush. Coming with Ruzicka. Gets it off for Janney. The flip in. And battling for it, Ruzicka and Carpenter. But around the boards, it is cleared out. Forechecking is Adam Graves, picked up as a free agent from Edmonton. Big acquisition. Ruzicka to center ice. Good stick handling. Over the line, still holding, and is broken up. And the Rangers might have had a break there. And Chinov is number 13. He's down forechecking as the Bruins have to start again on the bad pass by Ruzicka. Bruins clear it in. Carpenter trying to get it. Van Beesbrook clears it up. Not out. Kept in by Wesley. Carpenter goes banging into the corner with Shaw. Bruins dig it free for Wesley. Left point. Wesley gets it back from Bork. Quick shot in. It's blocked. Never reached the net. Shaw blocked it. Wesley able to contain it. Here's a drive by Bork, and that is blocked by Jody Hull, and that's hurt him. Wesley moves in. A shot and a save, Van Beesbrook. So the Bruins had their chances, but a big block by Hull on Bork. 40 seconds left. Boston power play. No score. Opening minutes. Power plays might be the key to this game. Bob Sweeney starting it now. Kental coming on. For Hodge. Hodge over the line. Set up Skriko, and his pass is intercepted and cleared away. Graves still out there as a penalty killer. Down to 18 seconds left now. Bob Sweeney. Good play by Galley to get the pass for Skriko. Skriko shot blocked. Second shot. Van Beesbrook. Big save. There was the chance. Skriko. Back. Now it is Bob Sweeney for Galley. Galley a screen shot. Blocker save. Van Beesbrook kept in by Kental. The penalty is up. The Rangers are at full strength. And Skriko trying to keep it in on the boards with Galley. Checked on the play. The puck is poked loose. Randy Mahler, the defenseman, can't move it out. And now it's picked up by Nichols. Nichols with Turcotte. And this one is called offside. With the score, Boston nothing, New York nothing. We're on NESN at the Garden.
Here's Petri. Skriko coming over the blue line on Joe Cirelli. Fakes the shot. Now he got caught. He wanted the shot. He didn't fake it at all. What happened was he fanned on it, and then Cirelli went for it and never picked up the body in the meantime.
One thing we saw in that Bruin power play, the way they're going to try to approach it, get some traffic out in front of Van Beesbrook and get a lot of shots from the points. They felt last year on the power play they relied too much on the Jannies and Neelys and Ruzickas making the plays down low. They want to try to get that shot from the point and try to create a rebound where anything can happen.
The line is Bob Sweeney at center. Nyland is at left wing, and he's got an eye on Gartner. Gartner comes into center ice, gives it to Nichols to clear him, and Ray Bork wheeling it back out. Gets it off on the wing for Nyland. Nyland over the line. Shoots, save, and save on Bob Sweeney. Save on Nyland, who had another chance. Here's Bob Sweeney in. Byers couldn't get a handle to it. Byers alone looking for the pass from Bob Sweeney, and Van Beesbrook able to tie it up.
Impressive play by Nyland. Right-hand shot on the left side.
Good hustle. Everybody looking goal, too. You had Byers, Sweeney, and Nyland thinking goal all the way. There's what sets it up. As Nyland waits, drifts for a screen. There's the hustle by Sweeney to get through. That makes everything happen. Byers gets his shot off. Now Sweeney circles around. Nyland, right here's the play. Byers just can't get it up.
Stick check just as he went to pull the trigger.
Good defensive move by Moeller. Not a mistake by Byers, just a good defensive move by Moeller.
So this line is dominating the big guns for the New York Rangers. But the Rangers work it out now. Amonte, the pass behind Nichols, offside.
Here, Tony Amonte's name popping up in trade rumors involving Mark Messier coming to the Rangers. People down in New York say that is going to happen, but Amonte will not be part of the deal, and apparently that's what's slowing it down. Edmonton really wants Amonte to be in any package, and the Rangers don't want to give up on this youngster because he's a good one.
Tony Amonte, there are those that believe he could put up Brett Hull type numbers.
Boy, that was impressive.
Great forward.
Puck bounces over the
Come
line.
off that glass, caught Galley in the face.
0-0. Boston and New York on NESN.
Yeah, Rangers just clearing it into the end zone. Hits the shaft of his stick. Pops into his face. Galley going off. Got it near the ear, I believe. You look at the Bruin defense and you say, well, it's a solid defense. It's a good defense. God forbid you a couple injuries. Runs thin quickly.
Well, the Bruins have 7 shots already in 4.5 minutes played, and Bob Sweeney, Nyland, and Lyndon Byers really kept the pressure on. Now switch. Bob Sweeney stays out there, but Leach and Tomlinson on the wings. Featherstone clear up, stopped by Leach. Leach along, clear. Gardner offside. A break there, and that's all the Rangers are going to do. They're the finesse players. Wait for that break. Let the Bruins take 7, 10, 14, whatever shots. Van Beesbroek is a solid goaltender.
Homecoming for Steve Leach out of Lexington, Matignon High School, University of New Hampshire. You talk about being thrilled to be a part of this club.
Leach looking for 30, 35 goals. The Bruins certainly would like that from him. He has the capability to do that. He's tough nose, hangs around the net, knows what to do with the puck.
Walls is out there now with Nyland and Byers. Byers forced back. King watching him. And wait. Runs into him, but the Bruins get it to Walls. Walls pokes it into the backboards. Van Beesbroek out. Broken up by Walls. Walls turns around the corner. Trying to set the play with Byers. Byers trying to come off the corner with it. Now to Nyland. All corner play. And Nyland and Byers would thrive on that. In deep. Hardy. Check. Walls trying to get a handle to it. Now Nyland battling for it. In deep. Nyland steals it. Pokes it to Byers. Byers back. Nyland shot. Save. Van Beesbroek as the Bruins fought hard and got the shot by Nyland. Back comes King to drill it in. Knocked away by Andy Moog all the way to center ice in the Rangers zone.
Good hustle by Walls, Byers, and Nyland.
Bruins have 8 shots. The Rangers don't have any. Bruins have the benefit of a power play to help out. But Bob Sweeney, Nyland, Byers, boy, they've gotten the opportunities. And they've created them with intense forechecking. Kental trying to come out, lost it. But the Bruins started back out, and in the center ice, it is Janney. Janney sifts through, gives it to Duras. He's in! The shot to Skane! Oh, another marvelous setup. Janney to Duras. And Van Beesbroek standing up, a right skate save. 9 shots. Back comes Carpenter. He drills it, deflected wide. Duras hustles in. Battling for it deep. Checked on the play. And the Rangers ice it.
Rangers got to wonder what's going on. Roger Nielsen's going, enough is enough, boys.
Well, the Bruins have come out the way you expect Boston Bruins teams to come out in the Boston Garden, hot and heavy.
It is no score. First period on NESN.
Here's the fancy Craig Janney on Muller. Little dip and dive. Pulled up there. Watch Van Beesbroek. Very coolly, right leg on Duras. Very cool.
Graves trying to come out. He's checked on the play. Hull digging for it. Jody Hull bounces it in on Andy Moog. Moog trying to move it out with Bourque. Burns battling, kept in by Graves, and he stopped on the play. Back comes Peter Duras. Flips it in. Trying to get through Mahler. Can't do it, but follow up. Janney had the goaltender out. Carpenter trying to stuff it home. Can't. Duras can't set up Janney. Bourque flips it up the boards. Stop. Nemchina, Russian player. Good-looking hockey player, and here he comes. Over the line, has to hold out. He saw that his teammate was offside. Hull gets it at center ice and clears it in. The Bruins 10 shots. The Rangers won. 12:44 left first period, but no score. Van Beesbroek is the story. And the Boston Bruins the story as they carry the play. Grodnick and Leach trying to move it out with Turcotte. Turcotte lost it, but manages to get it again and makes an offside pass to the veteran Tim Kerr.
I think it was a bouncing puck that did in Craig Janney as he tried to move in on Van Beesbroek. Just as he was ready to snap off a little wrister, it just seemed to hop over his stick or caught the top edge of the blade there.
I thought he might have changed his mind. Right here, it hits the foot. Right there, Peter Duras. Janney goes left. Just snapped over the top. Tried to get rid of it quickly. Off underneath the heel, Dave.
Boy, they have had some glorious opportunities, and that man has kept them all out.
Now, not to say that the Bruins can't score goals. I mean, this is just right now bad breaks. If it should have continued for a couple of weeks, then you'd say, okay, they've got anvils for hands. But good goaltending, matched with a couple of lucky bounces. Gone against them.
Shaw for Turcotte, but the Bruins check the play. Now Kerr pries it loose. Kerr closing. Grodnick. Kerr off his stick, goes high. It was in the air, an aerial pass from Grodnick. 3 Rangers are behind the net. Finally, they get it in front of Grodnick, trying to get it, can't. Play checked by Skriko, kept in by Turcotte. Now the Bruins put them loose, possible 2-on-1. And here they come, Walls with Skriko. Walls holds behind the back. That didn't work to Hodge, who came in as a trailer. And the Bruins squander another opportunity. Turcotte back. His shot deflected wide by Kental. 11:46 left in the first period. No score in the game. Wes Walls breaks it center ice, right wing, and flips it down. Rick Bowness making a change on the fly. Rangers trying to capitalize. Here comes Patrick. Good offensive defenseman. Drops a pass. It's broken up. Rolls back to Hardy at the left point. Hardy looking for Nichols. It rolls around. Featherstone in the corner checking the play. Bruins trying to wrap it out. Bob Sweeney there. Deflects it to Kental. He lost it. It rolls. Now he gets it again. A break there. Rangers almost moving in alone. They've got the big offensive guns. Nichols, Gartner.
There's a couple of bouncing pucks went Boston's way there.
Here come the Rangers. Gartner is over the line for Nichols. Nichols cuts in. They get the shot that's wide. The trailer, Turcotte, fired that. And Bourque trying to set it up on the right side for Leach. It is Hardy with it. No icing. Everybody waiting for the whistle. And here comes Waite, a rookie, over the line for Gartner. The quick shot and just wide of Andy Mulgan, the net. Nichols buffed hard by Hervey. And the Bruins control. Break it out to center ice. Nyland, the backhander in. 10:30 left, first period. The shots are 10 Boston, 1 New York. No score in the game. Breaking now for the Rangers. Ty Domi off wing side with King. Checked all the way by Wesley. Wesley trying to get and dig it out of the corner. Rajicka there. The puck tied up on a faceoff. It is Boston nothing, New York nothing. First period on NESN.
A new face back on the blue line. Matt Hervey right here on Nichols. Shoulder check lifted him up off the ice. Ernie Nichols doesn't make note of that number, so oh my God, be careful. Keep your head up around him. 5'11", 205 pounds. Whittier, California.
This is Dave Waite at center. On the left is King. On the right is Domi. And this is not the big, powerful scoring line for Nielsen, but he's going to see if they can match the aggressiveness of the Bruins.
We're coming out muscle for muscle here.
And Mahler keeps it in as they win the faceoff, centers it, knocked away by Mold. Hasn't seen much of the rubber because the Bruins have kept it at the other end. In the corner now, a lot of muscle work. And Waite trying to get away from Featherstone. Waite moves it to Domi. Domi puts it in front. And the Bruins, Featherstone dives and clears it away. Back with Sorella, 9:45 left, first period, no score. Byers moving in, trying to get it behind the net. And it's tied up at the back of the net for a faceoff, and Nyland throwing his weight around. The best Bruins line has been Bob Sweeney, Nyland, and Byers.
No doubt about it so far, and that's just hard work.
Well, the Bruce brothers have been chomping at the bit for the opener. Both were injured for a good part of last season. Byers didn't see any time after the 16th of December, and Nyland wasn't the same after spraining an ankle before the All-Star break.
Good hustle by Nyland. What he does is forces the man to make sure he handles the puck cleanly. When it doesn't happen, Lyndon Byers jumps in. No one can get it out from behind the net, but there's Sorella and Nyland. Sorella doesn't want to mess with Chris. Ty Domi was a tough guy out there.
Nemchinov, the Russian, on the faceoff with Janney. One for Leach. Leach trying to snap it out to Graves. Stop. Bourque keeps it in. Flip wide. Rebound. Bob Carpenter, left wing on this line. Looking for Janney. Intercepted. Nemchinov gets it out. And the Rangers break it up to Graves. Now to Nemchinov. A real threat. Goes deep in. Taken all the way by Bourque. Broken up. And Bourque makes the quick clear up. And on the left, a 3-on-2 for the moment. But Janney is broken up with a poke check by Leach, the former teammates at Boston College. Leach, standout defenseman. Bourque has trouble, but Duras back to get it. Duras clears it in. Hull with it. Hull for Leach. Leach trying to get something going. He's checked on the play by Hervey. Around the boards, Carpenter able to sweep it out. 8:50 left, first period, no score. And the Rangers have slowed down that rugged fast-checking pace of the Bruins where they attack Van Beesbrook, so neither side with scoring chances as the Bruins continue to check well. Now over the line comes Skriko. His shot is wide. Hervey battles to keep it in. Grodnik breaks it up. Out comes Turcotte. Pass up, stopped by Featherstone. Gary Galley was hurt. Get a report. Here comes Walls over the line. The shot, the save, and Beesbrook, and no rebound as he had that right from the top of the crease. Boston nothing, New York nothing. First period on NESN.
Nemchimov, new Ranger draft pick for the Soviet Union, first Russian to sign. What he has is all the skills, they say, but talking with Larry Plow, defensive responsibilities is what they got him for. He's very good with the puck in his own end, makes the body well. They're hoping he puts up numbers, but they really aren't looking for him to sparkle in that department.
I saw him in a preseason in Hartford. Nemchinov and Kovalev, who's 18 years old, returned to Russia. Top draft pick. This is icing on the play. And they were certainly two of the best players in the Hartford.
Yeah,
it was an exhibition game, and maybe the hitting wasn't there, but they were superb.
This copyrighted program is brought to you under pay cable TV rights granted by the Boston Bruins solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any retransmission, rebroadcast, or the use of this game without the express written consent of the New England Sports Network and the Boston Bruins is strictly prohibited. Roger Nielsen.
Roger the Dodger, conservative game plan as a rule, does not unleash his guns all the time.
The draw to Hardy. Grodnik, the tip out. Wesley covers. Tim Kerr is out there. Bounced around a few teams in the offseason and trades. A lead now for Skriko, but Hardy is there. Bangs it up the boards. Walls keeping it in. Throws his weight around, but the Rangers dig it out and connect. And breaking is Hardy from Kerr. And they're offside at the line as Hardy was taken offside. But those Ranger defensemen are ready to break. Patrick, Leach, and Hardy.
Well, there's a good reason why Roger Nielsen does play it conservatively, Derek, for the most part. He believes that with the weapons he has, he's going to try to keep you off the board until you make a mistake and put him on the power play. Then he's going to stone you on the power play. They had the #1 power play in the league a year ago.
Well, what happened last year is dead and buried. With Roger Nielsen, I think you're not going to win hockey games without having some semblance of defense. Defense wins championships no matter what sport you're playing, and I think that's what he's trying to teach his flashy up front players to do, is to play is to be a little more conscientious defensively.
Tomlinson, free agent from the St. Louis Blues, number 41. Back to Bourque, left point shot, save, and Beesbrook. A threat there and a screen shot, left point by Ray Bourque, who got it off quickly. Bourque trying to contain it, can't. And the Rangers' Nichols breaks it out, and Hervey right after him. The play is offside.
I think Steve Leach is going to get a high sticking penalty.
Everybody kind of looking around as who's the guilty party.
Leach is saying, hey, I got clipped in the mouth.
Looks like it's Waite. Amante.
Yeah, it's going to be Amante. It's going the other way. Going the other way. I think Steve skated by to hopefully show Don Koharski a little blood, but I didn't see any.
Not enough if there is.
The two of them collided as they went down by the cage.
Bruins' second power play, 7:20 left in the first period. The Bruins have outshot the Rangers 12-2, but they've been frustrated by John Van Beesbrook.
Here's a shot. Now, this is a dangerous shot. There's the high stick that comes on Leach. Monty just making sure he's going to get his man in front of the net in case the rebound came there, and then he thought better of it after the puck went awry. Didn't correct that stick in time, got himself a minor.
Bruins had a very good power play the first time tonight.
Ray Bourque ready to start it. Carpenter, Janny, Rajichka up front. Bourque for Rajichka. Finds an opening, goes deep. Puck kept in by Carpenter. Trying to set up Bourque, can't. And the Rangers break it out. Waite with it. Waite looks for a trailer and a save by Andy Moog on a threat there, short-handed. That was by Sorella, the defenseman. So those defensemen not afraid to move up, even short-handed. Carpenter wraps it up Ray Bork keeps it in. Behind the net, Janney. Checked on the play, hustling for Carpenter. In front, Rajicka. Janney. Carpenter in front. Can't bang it home as Janney put it there. Rajicka gets it from Janney. Gives it back to him on the left wing side. A flip pass for Wesley. Wesley misfires. Kept in by Rajicka. Back for Bork. For Rajicka. Scores! Vladimir Rajicka on a power play from Bork to make it 1-0 Boston.
I tell you, there's a man who does not panic in front of the net. Bodies all around him. He said, now wait a minute, the goaler's got me. I've got no play. Let's give him a left, give him a right, give him a left back to the forehand. Nice goal.
Now notice where the play began. They were down low, but they kicked it back up to Bork where he can make something happen.
Right here to Rajicka. Now Bork back to Rajicka. Now he's got all sorts of moves. No, you don't. No, you don't. Now let's go this way. Thank you.
Boy, nice look at it on the Mobile One instant replay.
What a pretty goal. There's the stump pump from Vladimir Rajicka. Nice play.
Rosie was very, very quiet throughout the training camp. Disturbingly so. Finally clicked for a power play goal against St. Louis Sunday night down in St. Petersburg. And apparently was just waiting for the start of the season because Rosie is here.
They may be calling this back. Carpenter's in the box for interference. I believe they're going to call this one back.
47.
Well, even if they wipe it off the board, it's nice to see Rosie is ready to go because he is going to be counted on heavily to fill the void created by the absence of Cam Neely.
Goal disallowed. Boston nothing, New York nothing. Back in a moment on NESN. Closely this season. Interference and also players in the crease. They're breaking now as Gardner a shot and a save and a second save by Andy Moog. Moog blistered by 2 hard drives by Mike Gardner.
Oh, great stop to begin with, and then kind of thank goodness you're in the right place at the right time on the rebound.
And a lot of that is talent because Moog recovers well. He knows that his job is not over. The left leg is one thing, but keep the body going in the flow. Kept his hands alive. He didn't fall on his hands. He kept them in the air for a saving grace, and he gets an arm on it. Big save that was. That's a backbreaker. After you score one, get it nullified by a penalty, and then you make that save. Great play.
Each team short a man. Turcotte and Gardner out there for the Rangers. Hodge wins the draw. 5:52 left in the first period, and it's no score. The Bruins goal by Rajicka. Call back. Interference by Carpenter in the crease on goaltender Van Beesbrook. Hodge trying to break. Hardy checks in. Shaw taps it out. Put back in by Wesley. Up front, Skriko and Hodge. Loose puck. Hodge with it. Along the line, holding. He is broken up. A quick play by Turcotte. And back goes Hervey. Turcotte puts it in front. Just slipped wide. Breaking in was Gardner. Back comes Hodge. Long shot. Blocker save Van Beesbrook, who looks very, very confident as the Bruins have 14 shots to 6 for the Rangers. Turcotte back to drill it in. Around the boards, Leach. Steve Leach trying to move it out. Bob Sweeney is after it. Steals it in front. Scores! Bob Sweeney took it away from Patrick. Went in and scored. It is shorthanded. 1-0 Boston.
There's a positive sign. You get Bob Sweeney hot.
Well, they won't be wiping this one off. Let's take a look at it on the Mobile One instant replay.
Fred, you mentioned if Bob Sweeney, if he could get himself 40 goals, he'd be a millionaire. He has the tools, but that's the kind of hustle he's going to have to demonstrate every night, all night. And he certainly can do it.
That is shorthanded, and 40 seconds left on Carpenter's penalty. First power play for the Rangers. 1-0 Boston. Bob Sweeney took it away from Patrick. Steve Leach behind the net is broken up on the play. Rangers keep it in. Nichols, Leach. Cross for Patrick. In deep, Featherstone failed to clear it. Nichols, very clever with the puck, and a good goal scorer in his own right. Still the power play. Trying to get it back on a give and go, but it rolls to Bob Sweeney, who's out there and has played a lot of hockey. And Leach Steve Leach drills it down.
Who drilled that one?
Nichols coming back. The penalty is just about up. Bruins break up the play. A possible 3-on-2 as Kental comes up. Looking for it in front. And the play is broken up by Leach. Leach for Kerr. Rolls to the Boston line and the Bruins control. Kental moving it back. 1-0 Boston. Bob Sweeney the goal. Oh, Doris over the line. Doris for Carpenter. His shot is blocked by Sorella. He centers it. At the point, Bork keeps it in. His pass up is intercepted, and the Rangers break it up. Adam Graves. Nemchinov. The Russian player back for Graves. Graves gets it to a point man. Hull. Hull's long shot stopped by Andy Moe. Rangers press and keep it in. Quick shot. Great save on Graves by Andy Moe. And Bork clears it. They're going to call icing. It is 1-0 Boston. First period on NESN.
Well, same model mask, but a different look for Andy Moe.
Got
the bear.
The bear. Grizzly, yes. Moe t-shirts on sale all over the place tonight. Or gifts, one or the other. Andy Moe, one of the premier goaltenders in the game today. And if you're one of the best in the National Hockey League, you certainly are one of the best in the world.
Bob Sweeney, the lone scorer of the game. 3:17 left. 1-0 Boston. First period. Bruins 16, Boston 8. Steve Leach gets the assist. And Steve Leach breaks it out. Strico trying to move with him. Ooh. Over the line. Couldn't quite set him in. Leach fights, keeps it in, flips it in, and broke it up by Leach. That's Brian Leach, and he can move. Moves for a shot that goes wide. Nemchinov centers it. Intercepted by Wes Walton. Beautiful position in front of the net. And Steve Leach rolls it down wide of Van Beesbrook with 2:45 left in the first period. 1-0 Boston. Bruins have carried the play for the most part. This one is going nowhere. An icing by the Rangers.
Well, the Bruins picked right up where they left off last year. They were the #1 team in the National Hockey League when it came to scoring the first goal of a game. 54 times in 80 games last year. The Bees were on the scoreboard first.
What that does, you score that first goal, you open the other team's game plan to it becomes suspect. If you ever get the second one, it goes out the window. I don't know if Roger Nielsen will open this up yet. He hasn't showed much offense. They've had the Rangers have 8 shots. They're not really. They've had 2 good chances out of that. Moog's risen to the occasion.
On the play now, Domi broken up by Duras, but the puck's still in the zone. The Bruins have trouble clearing it. Janney back to get it now. Can't set up for it. Kept in by Hardy, who pinches in. The puck knocked away from in front by Wesley. But the Rangers, Domi, able to keep it in. Tried to set up the winger, couldn't do it. And Bork gets it to Duras. Out to center ice to Janney. Over the line, along the line, in traffic. Knocked down by Domi, kept in by Bork. Janney gets up, Bork fires, and Van Beesbrook made a skate save. Out comes King. This is a hustle-bustle line, defensive for the Rangers, and Moog hangs on for a face-off. Tomorrow on the Cape, Tara Hyannis, American Lung Association, making presentations and awards. And I'm going to be there, and it's quite an honor. Glenn Wesley was the chairman of Massachusetts last year. American Lung Association revealing that 730,000 Massachusetts residents have lung problems.
It's a great effort, that fundraising. Janney right there, a great effort along the blue line, just ran out of room.
That was Waite who took him down. I said Domi. 1:49 left. Boston leads 1-0. They've outshot the Rangers 17-8. And the Rangers put out Kerr now. He's at center. Maybe Turcotte will be the center. Kerr for the faceoff. Grodnik is the other forward.
Tim Kerr, tremendous offensive skills.
Hodge wins the draw. Featherstone up the boards. Chris Nyland digs it away.
Good
touch
play.
Pass. Walls for Hodge. The shot over the head of Van Beesbrook. The long rebound kept in by Byers. Goes banging in there. Turcotte trying to get it to Kerr. It goes for Ogrodnik. But the back checking of Boston stops the play. Byers. 1:25 left in the first period. Bruins lead 1-0 on a brilliant effort by Bob Sweeney. Taking the puck away from an all-star defenseman, James Patrick. Moving in and beating Van Beesbrook, who's been tough to beat. Featherstone to center ice and a changeup by Rick Bowness now with just about a minute left here. Byers. Oh, he throws his weight around, Derek.
Good hit. Lyndon Byers getting things going here. Clock is going goofy here. We got with the tenths of seconds. The new innovation this year. The 10th of a second out of that game against Quebec, that late goal. Boom.
New innovation is redundancy. Yes.
Innovation. True. This is true. I stand corrected. He loves that.
Oh, here it is. The first game.
First game. Period. You're on me already. Oh my God.
And what's new this summer? Derek Sanderson, a new addition to the family. Michael. Nancy and Derek, the parents. How is he doing?
My beautiful wife, Nancy. Oh, great. Sleep a little more at night.
Wesley, shot block. Gardner pokes it to the Boston end. 45 seconds left. Amonte moving on it. Gardner intercepts. Behind the net, Ray Bourque with it. Around the boards, Bruins can't clear it. Shaw kept it in. Tipped. Gardner couldn't get a handle to it. And Bourque's fighting for it. Now it goes to Wesley. Wesley in control. The clear out. Good play. And the Bruins break. Tomlinson, a hard drive, and Van Beesbrook the save. That was a time pass by Wesley.
Nice play by Wesley. Tomlinson doesn't fool around either. He knows it's coming. 70 goals in the minors. Some great hands. Great pair of hands. Unloaded that shot. Leach looking for rebound. Watch Wesley delay this. Now Tomlinson goes off the boards. Great play. No rebound. Van Beesbrook's body turned away so that puck will not go to his left. Very heads-up play. Van Beesbrook, very cool. Glenn Wesley, 6'1". I think he's a little bit bigger. Worked out over the summer on his 195 pounds.
1-0 Boston. Face off to the right of Van Beesbrook.
Glenn Wesley, Fred, doesn't get nearly the credit he should. 23 years old, just a youngster.
The draw is back for Featherstone.
Hey.
Moved it off the boards. It came back at the crease, and the Bruins couldn't get it. Van Beesbrook did. 16 seconds left. Shots are 18-8 for Boston, and there is Glenn Featherstone, signed as a free agent from St. Louis. In effect, part of the trade, if you put it that way, when Christian was signed as a free agent by the Blues.
A couple of nice, solid defensive moves already tonight by Featherstone. Good decision-making in front of the net, which player to take. Sometimes that's a game within a game. Featherstone opted to make two decisions. The pass was coming, and he chose right both times.
Well, the key there would not to have a shot blocked and send the Rangers the other way.
So you want to do send it off the backboards, hope for the best. The sharpest player in the building responding to that, unfortunately, happened to be Van Beesbrook. A lot of younger goalkeepers might have stayed in the net. Let that come dangerously close to the front.
1-0 Boston, 16 seconds left in the first period. And the draw to the Rangers, Hardy, but around the boards intercepted. Oh, Hodge almost set up Doris in front. Almost. Then the story, except for Bob Sweeney. Doris back to drill it in as the Bruins continue their aggressive forechecking play. Fighting for it as Skriko can't get it, and time runs out in the first period. An impressive one for the Boston Bruins after 75th anniversary ceremonies prior to the game. The score, Boston 1 and New York 0. Intermission highlights in a moment.
The Bruins continue their season opening battle with New York, New York, when the Islanders invade Boston Gardens Saturday night. Don't miss the action as the Boston-New York rivalry adds another chapter. You can catch Bruins Digest live at 6:30, followed by exciting hockey action at 7. The Bruins and the New York Islanders, Saturday night on NESN, your ticket to the best in Boston Bruins hockey. Opening game of the 1991-92 hockey season, the Boston Bruins lead the New York Rangers 1-0 at the end of the first period. The Bruins with a shots on goal advantage of 18-8 in that first period. You get 18 shots, you'd like to get more than one goal. The Bruins will take the 1-0 lead. Interesting night at the Garden as they drop the puck on the start of another NHL season, this of course being the 75th. In keeping with the theme, even the concession prices at the Garden are adjusted tonight. You can get a hot dog for a nickel at this one, but in keeping with the fact that it really is 1991, you have to buy one at the present day price first. Dave Shea has Wes Walls with him down at Boston Garden. David?
I bet back when the league started, Tommy, there was always an angle then, too, even on hot dogs. The Bruins came out fast tonight, and John Van Beesbroek so far has been the difference. You know, people wondering whether you guys could score goals, Wes. Tough to come by anyway, but the opportunities weren't tough to come by.
No, we definitely had our chances out there. You know, we had a lot of shots that were from outside the perimeter, and I think what we have to do in the second and third in order to be successful, we got to get some guys going to the net a little harder. I think we did have some success when guys were going to the net, so you know, I think we got to get to the net a little harder.
The lethargy, if that's a good term to use, that we saw down in Atlanta and spots in the St. Louis game, obviously that was left in training camp. You guys came out hot and heavy tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's always a big pump up out there when you know, those fans are screaming for you. I know this is my second time it's happened to me, and you know, it's always a great thrill just being here opening night. And you know, we wanted to come out to a great start. I mean, we didn't play well in the exhibition. I mean, there's no getting around it. We didn't score a lot of goals. What we wanted to do is concentrate coming in on playing good in our own end of the rink, and you know, maybe hopefully that make sure that, you know, 3 goals wins a game for us. But you know, we wanted to come out and show our fans that we're ready to go this year. Well,
you know as well as everyone that the Bruins are looking to you, among others, to pick up the scoring slack that's been created by the loss of Neely and Christian. A lot of goals lost in those two being out. How did you prepare yourself any differently, Wes, for this training camp as compared to your first one? Well,
you know, there was a lot of pressure on me last year when I came in. I mean, you know, I say this just about every interview, and I wanted to go home and you know, just worry about, you know, not putting any pressure on myself and just coming and playing. You know, I remember the years when I was playing junior, I was having a lot of fun. I was coming to the rink. You know, I wanted to come to the rink and play hard, and I was having a lot of fun. So when I went home this summer, I really wanted to concentrate on coming in and making sure I have a lot of fun and not worry about, you know, a lot of the other things that happen. And you know, I think any hockey player will tell you when he's out there having fun, he's when he's going to enjoy, you know, his most success. Well, you seem to enjoy your success the most, Wes, when you're taking the body, when you're aggressively forward-checking and making things happen in the other guy's end. How do you see yourself coming out of training camp? Did you accomplish what you wanted to, and what do you still want to work on early in the season? Well, I played center most of the training camp with, you know, a few different guys, and a couple days before the beginning of the season, they put me on the wing with Petru Skriko and Kenny Hodge, and it's a little bit different for me playing the wing, but you know, what they wanted me to do down the wing is use my speed, which is something that I think I did fairly effectively during the training camp. Is use my speed, and you know, I worked hard this summer on getting a little bit stronger, and I put a few pounds on, and I you know, took some power skating classes and things like that to get a little faster, and I feel a lot faster and more comfortable out there. Well, we know you got a lot of great days ahead, and hopefully you're enjoying hockey in Boston a lot more here early in this season than you did a year ago, Wes. Thanks for coming on. Okay, thanks, Dave. Wes Walls, our guest. Tommy, let's go back to you.
All right, David, one of the things that fell through on this 75th anniversary, mentioned it earlier, the Rangers were to have come to Boston by train, but that fell through. They weren't able to. Toronto did, though, in their trip to Montreal. End of the first period, first game of the 75th anniversary season of the National Hockey League, and the Bruins lead the New York Rangers 1-0. You're watching Boston Bruins hockey on NESN. Back with a look at first period highlights next. Bruins lead 1-0 at the end of the first period. Montreal leads Toronto 1-0 in the first period of that game at the Forum. Detroit and Chicago not yet underway in the other game tonight to open the 75th season. That's in Chicago. Second period, let's go back to Boston Garden. Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, Dave Shea.
All right, Tommy, thank you. And you can see they've got the red carpet rolled out on the ice at center ice before we drop the puck for period 2. Another presentation about to be made as part of the 75th anniversary celebration tonight here at the Boston Garden. Harry Sinden will be coming out to make a presentation to Milt Schmidt, the Old Timers Award, and Uncle Milty is the jewel.
There's Harry. He's looking at the time. How long we got? You organized here, boys and girls? Or Harry Sinden, one of the premier men in the game today. As far as knowledge, ability to pick talent, competitive deals, you know, you get into a situation. There's Uncle Milty's retired number.
Let's get down on the ice for the presentation.
15 jersey hangs in the rafters here at Boston Garden in honor of his outstanding 16-year career as an NHL center. He was voted the league's most valuable player in 1951 and is a member of the NHL Hall of Fame. In 1940, Milt won the Art Ross Trophy as the league's leading scorer. He played 16 seasons and is one of only 7 Bruins to have his number retired. These honors speak for themselves in describing Milt's impressive hockey career. Milt was named coach for the Bruins in 1955 with an 11-year tenure behind the bench. He then became general manager of the Bruins in 1967 until 1973. Since then, he has remained an important part of both the Bruins and the Garden, and was most recently inducted into the Boston Garden Hall of Fame and is now president of the Bruins Alumni Association. Tonight, on the 75th anniversary of the National Hockey League, we honor Milt Schmidt. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the president and general manager of the Bruins, Mr. Harry Sinden.
Milt has an artificial hip. And the expert on that
exactly.
is Derek Sanderson. Derek has 2 of them, and he's just completed a recent operation. And so
just recently, Fred. Yeah. Early September. What a classy gentleman he is, Milt Schmidt.
there is nobody representing, when you cover the 75-year history, he doesn't encompass it all, can more represent the Bruins than Milt Schmidt.
And in recognition of his dedication and support of the National Hockey League, the Bruins, and the Boston Garden, it's with great pleasure and deepest admiration and respect that I'm going to present Denise DeLuca to present Milt with the Old Timers Award on this Turn Back the Clock night. And here, representing Carton's Jewelers and Movado Watch, is Denise DeLuca to present this award to Milt. Congratulations, Milt.
From the famed Kraut line, Schmidt, Dumart, and Bauer. I saw Woody down the Cape. He looks great.
Oh, yeah. And playing golf, too, Milt.
Yeah.
Great player, Woody, too. And you have Milt Schmidt, one of the toughest that ever played center ice.
Derek, when he adjusted the elbow pads,
he used to
stand clear.
I was just a boy, and my dad used to tell me, you're lucky you're playing today because you don't have to play against anybody like Milt Schmidt.
A ferocious competitor, a great talent, marvelous gentleman, and he represents as much as anybody the Boston Bruins going back.
My first game in the National Hockey League, Milt was the coach. And I got knocked out twice. He goes to me, tough league, hey kid, just hang in there. Just hang in there, it gets better, I promise you. Milt, I don't know if I'm ready for this. He goes, you are. I always kind of give you a little word of advice and pick you up. Never, ever was the type to put you down.
We always marvel at the great deals that Harry Sinden's been able to pull off. It was Milt Schmidt who brought Phil Esposito, Ken Hodge, and Fred Stanfield to Boston in that great trade with the Blackhawks.
Okay, who went to Chicago?
Pitt Martin,
Gilles
Jack
Marat.
Norris, and Gilles Marat.
Good one. All right.
Jeez, Fred, I feel like I'm 1-0 now this season. Whoa. Hey, Bruins fans, add to your wardrobe with the Boston Bruins original logo collection. You can order the classic logo sweater that the coaches are wearing, $79.95, the sweatshirt for $24, or the t-shirt for just $14.95. The sizes range from medium to double extra large, and all orders will be shipped UPS in 4 weeks. Send check, money order, or credit card information to Boston Bruins Classic Collection, 150 Causeway Street, Boston, Mass. 02114. And those sweaters are classics. Bobby Carpenter called for interference And he's asking Don Koharski about it on the goal by Ruzicka. It'll go back to Bork, and Bork will fire on front. There's Carpenter, your upper right screen, now upper left. Look at him fend off the defenseman.
You notice you've taken out that rectangle. It is now painted blue. Carpenter is in it, affecting the play of the goalkeeper.
But you know what? I look at that, Derek, and I ask myself, why doesn't Carpenter have a right to fend that defenseman off his back? He's got position.
You're not allowed to take the body at any time unless the player has the puck.
The defenseman's forcing the physical play.
Well, you can. That's up to interpretation.
Exactly. I'll tell you, that's a borderline call to make. Koharski could have just as easily have said, hey, he had position on the defenseman.
Yeah, but he wants to show that he's read the rule book for this year and the change.
Well, great. All he has to say is I read it.
And they're going to call it more, and this is good for Boston. Andy Moog is not a big, tough goaltender, and so players barging into him, if they're called for it, will help the Bruins.
All of the goalkeepers in every team in the league have to be protected, much like a quarterback. Goaltender comes out to play the shooter. He certainly is focused on the puck and the shooter. He can't be worried about people clipping him from behind and taking him out of the play. Goaltenders are a valuable commodity today, and you just can't afford to lose a goalkeeper, especially a good one like Van Beesbroek or Moog, to some foolish play driving into the net. They come out to play the shooter. There have to be allowed some leeway.
Did you cover why Richter isn't here?
Yeah.
Well, Richter just...
Okay, I won't bore you with a repetition.
His contract negotiations have run amok. And,
put a line through Richter.
Got Richter, covered Richter.
And for Boston, Wes Walz is out there with Nyland and Byers on the wings, and they have played it tough, Derek.
Yes, they have. This line has been a going concern with Bob Sweeney at center and with Wes Walz.
Keep an eye on Domi.
Ty Domi and Nyland are...
Well, look what Nielsen is doing. He's down 1-0, and he's not starting Nichols and Gardner. He's starting his tough checking.
What he's looking for is to get that extra penalty. He wants that power play out there.
And then he will use the big guns. So let's see what happens in possible confrontation. Offside, that's what happened. We're underway.
Remember this when you're out there. You're Chris Nyland, Lyndon Byers, and Ty Domi. Those players are looking for fisticuffs. I mean, you have to beware. You don't want to be sucker punched. So you're keeping an eye out there. Maybe, just maybe, if the Rangers came out and played hockey, they might get a loose puck. This line is capable of putting the net on you as well.
If I were Rick Bowness, I would have my best scores. I'd start Janney out there now. The Janney line. But I'm not Rick Bowness. And the Rangers press. Hervey is on with Featherstone. That's the defense pairing. This shot is high and wide. Wade battling for it in deep. It rolls near Moog. Moog ties it up, and that's what Nielsen's doing, sending out the players to get some intensive play from the Rangers. The Bruins, boy, as we see Walls jamming there. If you had time of possession as they do in football, how about time of play in the offensive zone in that period?
Well, what you have, basically, that would be an interesting stat, and they should cover it. I mean, if you have the puck in the offensive zone, you're definitely the better of the two hockey clubs. Unfortunately, what happens is that many times you tend to press and go a little too offensive. The guy in the high slot drifts in for a scoring opportunity. Puck ends up behind him, and bang.
Waite and Walls having words. West not the least bit slow to pick up the physical play.
Walls isn't timid.
Byers and Domi, this is just what Nielsen wants. A confrontation, maybe a penalty, an extra one against the Bruins, and then his power play. He started his least talented offensive line.
And what I don't like to see is Lyndon Byers is a better hockey player than anyone has ever given him credit. He can play this game.
He sure can.
It's unfortunate that the man is such a great fighter. He ends up in that role. Let him play hockey. Let him go up and down his wing and do his job. Ty Domi is strictly there to kind of stir the pot.
Gary Galley has just returned. He took 15 stitches behind his right ear after being cut, but he is back and ready to go.
Tough opening day at the office.
And it happened to him last year.
Yeah.
Under the chin.
Yeah, last year was a wicked, vicious cut.
Oh, some extra padding to protect that right ear. Looks like he's got a batting helmet on.
Yeah, I know, but that's just to stop a stick from hitting it.
Right.
You get an elbow or an arm rub, rip those stitches open in no time.
Oh, Rick obviously not caught up any longer in the
so much for
celebration.
The cute sweater. I'm Xing the sweater. Good, we did it for opening cameras, and now back to normal.
Boston leads 1-0, just underway in the first period. We haven't played 30 seconds yet. That's how long that milling around took as Nielsen started his, well, let's put it, checkers. Ray Bourque is on defense with Wesley now. Wesley starts it out. Clearing it up. The big line out there for the Rangers. Tony Amonte is on it with Gardner and Nichols. Around the boards and dug out by Bob Sweeney. Brilliant play for the lone scorer of the game. Bob Sweeney is the center on this line. He's with Wesley. Wesley trying to get it back. And the play called for an offside pass.
Glenn Wesley had nowhere to go there. That was kind of a broken play. Everybody kind of gliding. The Rangers skating. Everybody picked up their man. Wesley looking for an option. Didn't have one. Got it out. Nailed for his trouble.
Well, the Boston Bruins had most of the play, as the shots indicate. 18-8 in that first period in the Ranger zone. And plenty of chances on Van Beesbrook. The lone scorer by Bob Sweeney from Steve Leach. And we have Brian Leach, L-E-E-T-C-H, the starry defenseman for the Rangers. And Steve Leach for Boston, L-E-A-C-H. Patrick, checked by Squeako. Bruins clear it out. McGradnick starts it back. Long shot in on Moog. Save. Featherstone winding up, trying to come out. Up the boards and just out. Batted back in. Controlled by Kental. Rangers coming out with more intensity, but now a breakout by Hodge. 2-on-1. Almost sent Kental in alone on the right wing. A good jump by Kental to break into the open. Back comes Kerr. Kerr eludes Featherstone. Gets his shot away as he puck deflects around the boards and out. 1-0 the Bruins. Rajicka is on. Kental lost it over the line. The Rangers come. It's in for Kerr. The shot. A beautiful save by Andy Moog. As the Bruins, Kental fumbled that one and gave Kerr the opportunity. Boy, he put it on the far corner. And the Bruins now seem to be back on their heels without carrying the play to the Rangers with great forechecking as they did in the first period. Do not sit on a 1-0 lead with New York Rangers.
Never. Do you're dead.
Ray Bourque can't connect with Squeako, but it's not icing. Rangers clear it. Maybe icing. It is. 17:40 left here. Period number 2. 1-0 Boston.
Vladimir Rajicka. There's a lot of little things well. Most of it is passing. He's very adept at passing. You're watching the game and you don't really get to see it, but here Kental gets it up to him. Now he waits. He's got a man to beat. That is an excellent pass. Hodge picks it up in stride, gets it by, just feathers it out there, lays it so you can handle it. One of the best feather passers I ever saw was Mike Walton. Played for Toronto, came to Boston.
Wesley fakes, moves, shoots. Saved by Van Beesbrook. And the long rebound to center ice. Good back checking by Duras to break it up. Back comes Marlowe over the line. Penetrates. Fires. Saved by Moog. And the Rangers getting their chances here. Around the boards. A drive in by Sorella. Moog has to be ready. Duras clears it out. Rangers press and move it back in.
Roughing penalty.
Duras battling. Penalty coming up on New York.
Adam Graves, Fred.
And Duras knocked him down. A power play for Boston. Boston 1, New York 0. Second period on NESN.
I'm not sure what Adam Graves was thinking. Is Peter Duras took the check, hit the ice, and Graves stood over him. Suddenly, Graves started pounding on the back of Duras with Don Koharski standing right behind him. Koharski let a couple of shoves go, but when it intensified, Don said, okay,
Enough's enough.
You're gone.
Penalty of the Major League dumb variety. He says I have a way of backfiring on you too sometimes.
For Boston, their third power play. They're 0 for 2. The Rangers 0 for 1. Hodge is out there. A variety of combinations used by Rick Bowness. Bob Sweeney getting a chance on the power play as he's at left wing. Squeako is on the other side. And Matt Hervey.
Matt Hervey on the point. Got a great shot.
Here comes Galley. A lead now on the left for Squeako. Squeako handled it nicely, moved it in the corner, moves it away from Shaw, holds it, trying to set a play. Shaw breaks it up, and Turcotte clears it out. Back is Hervey. Hull up front with Turcotte. Matt Hervey, born in California. Tough defenseman out of Moncton. Now the shot over the line for Hodge, but the play is offside as it struck a Ranger. And that put the play offside. 1:20 left on the Boston power play.
There's Matt the Shiner, not quite as bad as it was in Atlanta when he caught one. Went into a battle against the Rangers and then it got worse against the Islanders in St. Louis, but he keeps sticking his nose in there. He's one tough son of a gun. They like his intensity, his aggressiveness.
He can shoot it too.
Yeah, and he can shoot.
The Bruins use a lonesome end on the faceoff like this. They got Rajicka way over on the left boards, far away. As you look at that lineup, he's just
way on the left boards
way
below us.
Side. Open if they can win the faceoff and get it to him, but it didn't happen. Carpenter and Janney with Rajicka. Wesley and Bourque. Ray Bourque starts it up the middle. A lead for Janney, too far ahead. The timing off there as Janney took the place of what usually would be Neely, like a fullback going into a line. But it didn't pay off. Now Janney with it, right wing side. Just offside. Carpenter in ahead as Janney tried to gain the line and then drop it to Rajicka. 47 seconds left in the Boston power play, and they haven't threatened Van Beesbrook in this opportunity.
Very humid in this building tonight, so you're going to think maybe the ice is a little soft. The texture isn't as hard as you would normally get in Boston Garden. That may tell on Bobby Carpenter's knee. A little more drag to it than normal.
The Rangers have 5 shots in this second period. We haven't played 5 minutes yet, and so they've come out after a obviously stern lecture. Here comes Rajicka trying to get it free. Slides it back to Wesley. Wesley left point man into Rajicka. Rajicka holding. Still holding. Carpenter in the corner. Back for Bourque. Over to Wesley. Back for Bourque. Shot. Save. Right skate. Van Beesbrook. That has been flashing tonight. Good low hard drive by Ray Bourque. In the corner. Carpenter trying to dig it. Gets it to Bourque in front. Score! Raymond Bourque from Bob Carpenter. Power play. 2-0 Boston.
Well, so far, the special teams getting it done. Bob Sweeney with a shorthander, and now Raymond Bourque. A power play goal as the Bruins power play continues to try to get it to the point men and let them create the offense.
This play all starts with Glenn Wesley. Now, when he gets it down, now watch Wesley. He's going to be on your left point. It sneaks through. Carpenter goes to the corner. All up on along the boards, but Wesley comes in and takes it off the glass. Punches it back into Carpenter. Right there's the play to Bourque. Wesley may not get an assist, but there's the heads-up play you need from your point man on a power play.
And the Bruins take a 2-0 lead on a power play goal by Ray Bourque from Carpenter. And the Rangers will be going all out now to get the defensive theories of Roger Nielsen. 2-0 Boston at the 5-minute mark. Bob Sweeney, a shot deflects off Van Beesbrook's glove. Bruins go banging in the corner trying to keep it in, but Gartner breaks it out. Gartner looking for a Monty. Heading deep around the boards. Bruins clear it out as Tomlinson checked in the play. Rangers picking up the pace.
Tomlinson's hurt, Fred. Left knee.
And the Rangers, Patrick, able to keep it in right in front. Rolled across. Marvelous stop. What a save on a Monty by Moog.
Quintal better not have fallen on that puck in the crease.
With the score, Boston 2 and New York nothing. Back to the NESN studios. Tom Larson and this Budweiser NHL update.
All right, Fred, one of the other games as we start this 75th season, Toronto and Montreal at the Forum. Russ Courtnall picks up the rebound. A McGee Carbonneau shot, blasts it past Grant Fuhr. 1-0 Montreal in the second period. This update brought to you by Budweiser.
Bernie Nichols and Dave Tomlinson banged knees, and Tomlinson came away limping heavily, and he's now being tended to on the bench.
Yeah, you don't like to see that.
No.
This is his big chance. Hate to see a youngster get hurt. Grant Fuhr looks strange in a Toronto uniform.
Yeah.
Draw to Kental. Kental working it carefully to center ice. Trying to gain the red line. Does. Clears it in. Takes a hit and knocks down Gardner. Gardner tried to line him up. And Kental put the shoulder into Gardner. Patrick trying to move. Checked in the play. Bruins. Leach. Steve Leach trying to go. Can't do it. Chris Nyland wraps it in from center ice. 6 minutes into the second period. 22 shots, Boston 14 the Rangers, and the Bruins lead 2-0. On the right side, Mike Gardner. Gardner fakes his shot, goes deep. Checked by Galley. Taken to the boards. Spins away. Galley gets it, though. Trying to clear it out. At the right point, Sorella can't contain it. Nyland forechecking on Mahler. Mahler forced to just clear it out. Galley at center ice. The clear in could be icing. 13:31 left in the second period. Boston leads 2-0. Raymond Bourque, the goal.
Wes Walls. Fast. Great pair of hands. Another one of the youth movement players in the Boston Bruins. Stefan Kental. Hit and miss. Talking with Stefan, he said, you know, I really think I should have maybe gone to college. And I would have been mature. When I came up at 19 years old, I didn't really feel, you know, that I knew what I was doing out here. Now he's starting to play a little bit better. Sees his man, very solid competitor. Tough kid.
The goal, Ray Bourque at 4:43, a power play. Wesley and Carpenter assist. The earlier goal, Bob Sweeney from Steve Leach.
Heads up scoring there by Ed Sanford once again.
Nemchinov is on the wing, and the draw goes to Matt Hervey. Surprise in camp? You'd have to say so. Free agent, signed, played with Moncton last year. Icing called on Boston.
You know, I noticed in the pregame notes that you have Matt Hervey was in the Winnipeg organization. Maybe that's where Rick Bowness saw him.
Well, Rick Bowness would have seen him as an opponent last year.
Well, yeah, that's true, too. But, I mean, you get to know him personally, maybe in his days in Winnipeg.
Well, the player, Peter Duras, Rick Bowness is responsible for him. He was in the Winnipeg organization. And Rick Bowness told the Bruins sign him as a free agent. As we look at the new coach, Rick Bowness, 2-0. Got to be pleased with the showing so far. The Rangers, though, have had only a partial power play. Hervey muscles his way in, gets the puck, leads the rush, 3-on-2 with Walls. Walls going deep. Trying to put it in front, block. Now gives it. Hodge, shot, save. Hodge set up by Walls. Puck kept in. Rolls deep. Howell trying to come out. The Bruins forechecking. They did a marvelous job in that first period. Kept the play in the Rangers zone, and they're doing it now. Walls on the board, along with Hodge. Kept in by Hervey. Backhander deep. Hodge able to center it. It's deflected away. Fighting for it. Squeako, he fell down. And the Rangers break it out. Walls. A heavy hit behind the play. Delayed call. Power play coming up for New York. And now call as Bourque touches it.
Did Wes Walls ever hit Nemchinov? Whoa.
It is Boston 2, New York nothing. Back in a moment on NESN.
Wes Walls called for tripping as he tried to line up Nemchinov with a hip check, and it looked like he laid a beauty on the Soviet, but instead called for tripping. Let's take a look at it.
Trying to cut across the grain. Walls, that's a good solid hip check. But it looked a lot worse. It looked a lot worse than it does, and it's tough to make that instant call. Good solid hit, though, Dave.
That's the kind of play that Wes Walls is capable of night in and night out, and what he has to do.
Leach clears it in. Kerr going for it. Around the boards, it's for Patrick. Patrick looking for a Monty. Puck checked by Bork. Can't clear it out. Now they do, and the Bruins break. Into center ice comes Carpenter. Coming up with him, Duras. And a trailer, Wesley. Gives it to Wesley. Shot! Deflected high! Oh, and a chance for Wesley from Carpenter, shorthanded. The Bruins have a shorthanded goal. And they broke it out then. Here comes Leach. Leach holding. They move it in front, and the shot missed there by Kerr, and he doesn't miss from that range. Never got control. Leach roaming around and moving in deeper, not playing. Now he's back at the left point. Swings it over to Patrick, right point. Screen shot blocked. Bruins break it out again, but Carpenter has to clear it as he wants a change along with Coach Rick Bowness. 1:09 left. Ranger power play. 2-0 Boston. 11:34 left. Period number 2. Looked offside. Kirby trying to check the play in deep. Puck rolled back to the left point. And Leach's shot blocked. The Bruins break it out again. And they start to go. Over the line comes Steve Leach. Screen shot blocked by Patrick. Steve Leach fights, jams it up in the corner. Trying to kill some time there. Does. Battles for it. And Patrick gets it. Bob Sweeney is on with Steve Leach. They combine for a shorthanded goal, and Ray Bourque has a power play goal. 30 seconds left on the power play. Patrick checked all the way by Steve Leach. The puck wrapped in around the boards of Grodnick trying to tie it up. And Turcotte couldn't get it. Galley does. Looks for the opening. Knocks it. Leach checked by Bob Sweeney. And back comes Turcotte winding up at center ice. Forced back. 14 seconds on the Ranger power play. In the center ice. Kirby trying to check it. Gardner gets it over the line. Broken up. Kirby swings it out to Bob Sweeney, and he drops it down. And Kirby has not looked out of place at all on defense, and he's been used prominently by Rick Bowness. They kill the penalty, but the Rangers come back 3-on-2. And fortunately for Boston, offside at the Bruins blue line. It is Boston 2 and New York nothing. Second period on NESN.
What Hervey does real well is use the body. He ignores right here now. He gets the puck out, but he does not quit. That's the key. Muscles himself in, gets the puck again, and starts off the rush. When he led up that 3-on-1 rush that Wesley Van Beesbrook made the save on, what a great hit he made behind the net, and then he just bounced back into the puck. Ray Bourque does that very well.
And now the tough line on for the Rangers indeed. Here's Domi moving it into the corner. Rangers trying to set the play. Nobody in front, though. King tried to center it. Can't do it. He's taken to the boards by Kental. A battle there. Loose puck. Wait. Able to move it right in front. Rangers slide it in front. Save. And a great chance. Sorella. And it's blocked. In front. Shot. Save. Now the score by the Rangers. A hustle-bustle play. And the Rangers get on the board as Waite scores.
A little preoccupied with hitting people. Had too many chances on Mold. Right here in the corner. Nyland just gets, the net runs into his way. That hits the shaft of the stick. That's up over the net. But you can't get preoccupied behind that net. Kental turns to his left. Leaves Waite all alone. Ties himself up. Waite gets a third swipe at it.
Well, that is not the Rangers scoring line, but they scored, and they did it with a great intensive forechecking and control of the play on the Boston end. And that makes it 2-1, halfway through the game. The Rangers with the digging line made it pay off. Boy, they had a flock of chances on Moe.
Too many. And that is from taking the body in front of the net. Stefan Kental certainly is not the only Bruin that does that on occasion, but you cannot turn, isolate, and push somebody out of the way when there's a loose puck and two bodies. The centerman's got to get down low on that situation. Pick up his man in front of the net. High sticking there, let go.
Wesley at center ice. Duras with it over the line. Janney trailing. Gives it to Janney into the corner. The trailer. Wesley. Great chance. His shot is wide. Beautifully set up in front. And Wesley able to keep it in. Into Janney in the corner. Sneaks away. Bands on his pass. Is hit hard by Mahler. Duras battling for it. Bruins forecheck well. Around the boards now. Left point. Bourque keeps it in. Fires in a screen. Loose. Carpenter scores! Bobby Carpenter on the rebound. Makes it 3-1 Boston.
That's a big goal.
That is so important for Boston to answer the Ranger goal as quickly as they did. That goal at the other end by Waite really puffed up the Rangers and kind of set the Bees back for just a moment, but they didn't allow themselves to stay back on their heels. They came right back at him.
That's Bobby Carpenter. What he does is there's that little skip, gets to the net and gets free. Jumps here to his left, slides it. Van Beesbroek through the legs. Good goal for Bobby Carpenter.
Welcome back, Bobby.
Ray Bourque with another point.
Boy, the Bruins went to the net very well that time. They had 3 bodies there.
Rangers right back. And a shot here as moving in was Amante. He walked right in on Andy Moog, who made a very big save after Carpenter from Bourque made it 3-1 Boston.
Hey, Amante turned the Jets on there in 2 quick strides. He was at top speed. Shot the puck off his wrong foot. This was not going to be an accurate shot. This was just get good wood on it time. Right here, he just leaned to his left and snapped it off.
It is 3-1 Boston. Carpenter and Bourque each have a goal and an assist. And Bobby Carpenter playing the inspirational way he did in that playoff game when he came back from the devastating knee injury in the playoffs. Just the one game. His Leach trying to break in alone on Hardy, couldn't do it. Now it bounces. Leach trying to get it. Patrick trying to clear it. Tomlinson keeps it in. At the backboard, Leach with it. Leach takes a heavy hit. From Patrick, out comes Hardy. Now it's over the line. Patrick.
Penalty.
Bruins coming up with a penalty. Delayed call here. Rangers, Amante trying to set up in front. Tomlinson gets it, and now the call. It will be the 3rd power play for the Rangers. Boston leads it 3-1.
On the right-hand side of your screen, Matt Hervey. Right here, just a little tuck of the foot. Dumps his man, interference.
Complimentary first and trading card pack featuring 1991 92 player cards as well as a
8:13 left here in the second period. Hervey is out for tripping. Boston 26 shots, 18 for the New York Rangers. The Rangers had 8, just 8 in the first period. Now they have 10 in the second. And Boston has 7. But Boston matched the Ranger goal by Waite as Bobby Carpenter came back.
Kevin Collins on a little makeshift ice repair. Adept at all facets of the game. Now we're going to take some debris off the stick. Bruins talking it over. Make sure their assignments are right.
Leach is out there. He's played sparingly because he has not been able to practice with the team. Hip flexor in the first game of the Canada Cup, U.S. and Canada, been out of action. So he has definitely been out there on the power plays. Extremely talented, Ryan Leach. Gardner keeps it in after the faceoff. Now Turcotte screened by Gardner, able to keep it on the boards. Checked by Bourque. Puck rolls in, fed across by Gardner, trying to keep it in as Leach. It deflects into the stands. And a faceoff called in the Boston zone. 1:46 left on the Ranger power play, their 3rd of the game.
Petri Strico, an excellent job of penalty killing. Ray Bourque as well down deep in the corner. He had Gardner and another man. Gardner stepped into him, interfered with him, and he cross-checked him. Knocked him off his feet.
Face-off coming up to the right of Andy Moog. Leach, left point. Pass blocked smartly by Strico. Strico fails to clear it. Leach keeps it in for Gardner. Off wing. Shot saved. Rebound. Bourque clears.
Ray Bourque made no mistake about that. Nothing fancy. Strico made a tremendous move to block it up the first time and then a little casual in the clear.
Turcotte wraps it in. Gardner loses it as Hodge clears it out. 1:15 left. Ranger power play. 3-1 Boston here in the second period. Leach rushes. So talented. Good stick handler. Holds it all the way. Gives it to Patrick in the middle. Intercepted again by Strico, and he gets this one out. Check by Leach, breaks up Leach and clears it. Skriko on top of Leach, a tough man to stop. And Skriko did it. Here comes Leach again, power play. Leads the attack, holds it into the corner. Checked by Galley. Battle for Wesley around the boards. Mahler can't keep it in, and a breakout for Boston. Here comes Carpenter, 2-on-1 with Duras. Carpenter holding, fires and misfires. Carpenter has a score. He's taken down deep on the play by
Penalty, New York.
Going to be an elbow on Mahler. He was up high. They called interference.
Bruins will go in their fourth power play. Boston 3, New York 1. Back in a moment on NESN.
Great work by Petri Skriko here. Picks off a pass. Now what he's been doing is, this is his first training camp as a Boston Bruin. Came out of Vancouver, had some problems, sat down, didn't skate for a couple of months out in Vancouver. We got him, never got in shape. Petri's the first one to tell you that. And then the Canada Cup, he played so well for Finland. There's the high stick. Biff.
Yeah, high stick, elbow, interference. It was interference that he called.
Could have called it for 3. Take the pick.
Mahler is out. High sticking or an elbow there on Peter Duras. Each team short of man. 6:30 left here, second period. 3-1 Boston. Walls is out with Hodge, Galley, and Kental. Kental, Hodge now. Can't set the play, and now the Bruins go on a power play, and they're organizing while the Rangers clear it. Rolled there. Gets it up, and Rajicka starts it out. Picking up Carpenter. Rajicka over the line for Janney. Janney back in Rajicka. He is checked. Puck cleared out. Back for it, Ray Bourque. He's on defense with Kental. 1:08 left. This is the fourth power play for Boston. They have a power play goal. Rajicka from Carpenter over the line smartly. Off for Janney. Janney flipped, broken up, kept in by Wesley. Wesley across for Bourque. Bourque closing. Now all the way to Janney. Wesley, the shot, save, and the long rebound catches the Bruins in deep, and the Rangers break it out. Graves moves it to the corner against Wesley. Wesley digs it free. Carpenter a goal and an assist. Bourque a goal and an assist. Raymond Bourque carries the other goal by Bob Sweeney. Bourque beautifully over the line, along the line, holds it. They back off him. Gives it to Wesley. Wesley in deep. The power play has looked good. And in deep to Janney quickly for Rajicka. Has to move for it back for Bourque. Into Janney. Janney has trouble with it. Looking for Carpenter. Patrick checks it around the boards. The Rangers are able to clear it out and break for a short-handed bid. Over the line comes Nemchinov, and his shot is wide. A Ranger taken down Hardy. A power play coming up for New York in 3 seconds. It will be their fourth. The Bruins have had 4, and we have 4:44 left here in the second period. Bruins in front 3-1.
That was a case of Craig Janney trying to be the back checker. His man had about a yard on him. Janney reached out, turned the blade of the stick over, and kind of tugged at the hip. Now you're going to watch a very nice dive. There you go. Janney's going, I didn't do anything. Too late. Koharski fooled by it. You got a 9.6 for that one. I think if you're going to take those dives, Dave, and it's obvious when you get caught, it should be 2 minutes for delay of game.
Well, then you're really going to get some beef.
Then you're going to have the players stop doing it. You're only trying to fool the referee and make a fool of him. It's a tough enough game being a referee as it is. Lloyd Gilmore, he would tell you, you know, if I can get you, I'm going to call you for anything marginal. You want to start diving on me. He's since retired, but I mean, you just can't do that to officials. It's tough enough as it is. Guys diving all over the building, falling down like it's figure skating.
Kerr gives it for Mahler just out of the box. And his shot is blocked in front. Galley fired it, but into the Ranger bench in a face-off call. And now 1:53 left on Janney's penalty.
Look at Gary Galley with his protective earpiece. The Rangers used Tim Kerr, Derek, same way the Flyers did. Parked that big hulk of a body out in front of the net. Try to get the shot from the point on net and have Kerr be able to pick up the rebound, because when he gets it within 6 feet, 8 feet, it's in the back of the net 9 times out of 10.
What he does is he goes to the crossbar real well. When he's in close, Tim Kerr goes upstairs. He's adept at it. Tim Kerr.
Wow. Look at those numbers.
Big numbers. Extremely impressive years.
Kerr came to the Rangers by way of San Jose. The Flyers did not protect Kerr in the expansion draft. San Jose scooped him up and then turned right around and traded him to the Rangers. The deal, I believe, what said Brian Mullen West, is that right?
A lot of injuries in his career, Tim Kerr. Tragedy with his wife last year. Wish him all the best. Class guy.
Tim Kerr is out there with Amonte and Nichols on the wings. Scraps for it, and the Bruins break it up. Get it to center ice. Bob Sweeney 2-on-1 with Hodge short-handed. Bob Sweeney, Hodge scores! A short-handed goal by Hodge from Bob Sweeney to make it 4-1.
We have talked for the last couple of years, 3 years anyway, how much potential that man Bob Sweeney has. How good a pair of hands, how smart he can be, and how classy a player he can be. Told him we were going to put some pressure on him that he must produce tonight, and he said, all right, I'll come through. What a play he makes to Ken Hodge here. Little dipsy-doodle in and out. He's trying to drag the defenseman to him. He's trying to get him to come to him so he can make this play. Finally gets it. Ken Hodge, 24 square feet, and no mistake. There's that soft little backhand dump.
1:40 left on the Ranger power play, and the Bruins take a 4-1 lead. They have 2 shorthanded goals and a power play goal.
That's the first goal of the
Puck kept in by the Rangers. Going for it, Galley now, and he sweeps it out. Bob Sweeney is on with Steve Leach up front. Matt Hervey and Gary Galley. Rangers pressing, and they get it to Patrick. Patrick in for Gartner. Gartner trying to put it in front, goes to the opposite boards. Hervey trying to dig it free, can't. Leach able to keep it in. Around the boards, Bob Sweeney trying to backhand it out, can't. Patrick kept it in for Leach. Leach moves it for Turcotte. Shot and a save. Save on the rebound by Andy Moog as Turcotte moved in off wing side with 2 forehand belts. Leach now gets it off for Gartner. Gartner checked by Hervey. It rolls around the boards. Bob Sweeney takes a heavy hit, trying to work it out. Patrick keeps it in. Power play Rangers. A Grodnick now on the ice. He's back for Turcotte. The shot is wide. A screamer. Bruins, Steve Leach able to wrap it out. And Rick Bowness able to make a change here. 30 seconds left on the Ranger power play. 3:12 left here, second period. 4-1 Boston. Hodge from Bob Sweeney shorthanded. This could be icy. It is. Wesley.
Good hustle
the
by
short
Wesley.
route.
Good hustle there, going against a very fast Tony Amonte. Good fight there by Wesley for the body. Moog with the new mask. Andy Moog hold his ground here. You're going to see right with Turcotte all alone. Moog says, okay, close up those legs. I got you. And then he just stays there because that forces the shooter to hit the spot in traffic that he's going for. Maybe a little deeper than he would have liked, but a nice goaltending move by Moog. Arguably the best in the game today. And Hodge on the faceoff.
And the Rangers win it. 18 seconds left on the Ranger power play. A warm evening in the opener. As the 75th anniversary here. For the Rangers now, a kick-out save on that drive. Andy Moog, the left pad on it. Here's Hardy, screaming shot, loose. Piled up. And the Rangers score.
Andy Moog is hurt. He seems to be okay. He's staying in the net. This appeared to hit the side of the net. Most underrated players in the league is Mark Hardy right there, the one who got that shot away. Squirts loose. Bruins once again will pick up that loose Ranger in front of the net.
Alamati gets the goal, and he made a beautiful play, digging it out of his skates and setting it up to lift it over Andy Moog. And Tony Amonte out of Hingham and Boston University. Actually his first year with the Rangers.
Just wasn't going to be denied. He's been a threat on 4 or 5 other occasions.
His college coach Jack Parker in early to say hi to him and Stick around to see him play.
And the Bruins press it now as the Bruins lead 4-2. Rangers with a power play goal by Tony Amonte. 2:25 left here in the second period. Keeping it in is Byers. Byers fires across and it hit the skate of Walls and stayed wide. Rangers break it out. Wait, can't get it. Galley knocks it away. Back goes Wes Walls into the corner alone. Fell down in the corner. Fog developing, as you can see. And his Byers. Oh, he may get 5 minutes for this. And
no, he might just get to 2. He's only getting 2 right now.
Lyndon Byers is going for sure, and maybe a Ranger. We'll see. Boston 4, New York 2. Back in a moment on NESN.
To play for this team, you got to be tough, versatile, fast, and powerful. You got to be great. That's why the Bruins have GMC Truck on their team. Because no matter what you need, GMC Truck has it. Durability, versatility, quickness, power. Come see the full GMC Truck team. And right now, get a free autographed Bruins poster while supplies last. Come into your New England GMC Truck dealer today.
Still a lot of milling. There are matching penalties here. Domi was just sent out. Byers gets 2 minutes with 2:08 left. Some more milling about in the Ranger zone.
Lyndon Byers throws a right hand over the top. That'll teach you to kind of come bowling around. But the Bruins are showing that they're not going to be pushed around any longer. In the last 4 years, they developed this a semi-reputation for not standing up for each other. I think those days have gone by the boards. Ty Domi's going to get the gate along with Chris Niles.
That power play scored by Amonte. Kerr and Hardy get the assists. And let's see what all the calls will be. If Nielsen has to be unimpressed with his team so far, so he's going to start the rough stuff and hope that the penalties and power plays come his way.
Good an old adage in hockey, nothing gets a team closer than a brawl or two. And everybody backs each other up, they fight, they get emotionally involved. Even when you're not a fighter and you're on the bench and your team is fighting, you feel that your job is offense, let's go out and do something. It wakes the hockey club up. Nielsen has got the Rangers at this point knee-deep in anesthetic, and he's not really giving much credit to the Bruins checking and skating, and that's really why they are where they are.
Bruins lead 4-2. Their goals, Bob Sweeney. Great effort in the first period. Short-handed. And Steve Leach assisted. And here's the jamming.
Nyland and Ty Domi, the verbal abuse is going on pretty good at this point. Kevin Collins gets in to take Nyland out. They were already gone at that juncture. Don Koharski just sending the verbal combatants for a little rest. They'll come back about the 8-minute mark in the third period.
The only penalty up on the board is Lyndon Byers for 2 minutes.
Well, Nyland, I think, and Domi got misconducts. They got 10 in game, I guess. Word from Mike Baker. They got game misconducts as well. Ty Domi out of that lineup, and then Rangers will tend to calm down a little bit.
So the Rangers, another power play, number 6 for them, and they scored on their last effort. Amonte getting it.
Rangers not, I mean, the referee's not taking any aggravation anymore. Enough's enough. You want to do this, and you're not told, when you're told to go to the box, you don't go, you're gone.
Puck cleared in the Boston end, backward Ray Bourque. Up the boards, Duras can't clear it out. In deep, Kerr.
Duras had it out twice now. Koharski has kept the puck in by the puck hitting his feet.
Nichols to Leach. Back for Nichols. For Leach in the middle. Tip just wide by Ray Bourque. Rangers keep it in. Swing it in front. Bounces across. Carpenter able to slam it out. What a story Bob Carpenter is. He has a goal and an assist tonight, a key for the Boston Bruins. Patrick back with Kerr penetrating. In deep. Nichols intercepted. Galley, the clear around. The Rangers have 4 players really up there. Here's Carpenter going with Duras. The shot to save Van Beesbrook. Carpenter swings it back around. Shot. Save Van Beesbrook.
have had more shots short-handed, and they have 2 goals than maybe they have on the power play, although it's not a bad power play.
Well, the power play is done well. But Bobby Carpenter, perfect example of what skating can do for you in this game, and not quitting on the puck. That's from the far end of the building. Carpenter was the one that got it out. Now you're coming up. He's going to go short side shot. See Van Bruisbrook move over just at the last second. He gave him upstairs blocker side. And as Bobby wound up, he moved over to take it away. Carpenter, a little curl around. He was looking through the legs there. Didn't get it.
Well, he's got a knee that doesn't look like a knee at all after the operation. But then the marvelous recovery as he worked diligently, practically 24 hours a day. Came back for that Hartford game last year. Then there was a question mark this year, but he says the knee is okay. Gets tired a little bit.
He gets tired, it fatigues and aches, but he ices it at night on his own for sleep.
Here comes Patrick, may break right in. Shot, scores! Patrick right through the pads of Andy Moog, a power play goal, the second in a row by the Rangers, and now the Bruins lead is down to 1. Well, it was a goal, a shot that Andy Moog should have had.
Andy Moog would be the first one to tell you that, too. What he did is Patrick goes right through the legs. He comes in close. He's got nowhere else to go with it. Andy never got the legs closed. See, the legs just open. Patrick ran out of room, and that's all he could do, and he shot it for the hole and put it there.
So the Rangers get 2 power play goals in a row, and now the Bruins lead is down to 4-3. The Bruins have had 30 shots, the Rangers 25, and they have 17 of them in the second period. So a costly penalty by Lyndon Byers, and he took a poke at a Ranger that everybody could see, and he got the 2 minutes.
Well, I think he anticipated with the high stick coming at him that they were going to go together. But his reputation got him that one.
Now we're less than a minute in the second period, but the Rangers right back in the game with their firepower. And encouraged that their power play could get 2. Although Moog should have had that one by Patrick. Gardner breaks. Gardner puts it on, and Moog makes the save. Bruins try to start it back. Fail to clear. Bork battling for it. Kind of misfired on a pass. Galley now behind the net. Hand pass. You can do it in that zone. They can't clear it. Shaw with it. He's broken up by Ray Bork. Puck at center ice. Tomlinson trying to make the play. 11 seconds left in the period. Bruins have outplayed the Rangers for 2 periods. Outshot them 30-26. Rangers coming on a bit stronger here. But it is Boston 4 and New York 3. And we'll have intermission highlights in just a moment.
So it is 4-3. The Bruins lead the New York Rangers at the end of 2 periods. Pretty good hockey game for the start of the season. The Bruins with the shots on goal advantage for the first 2 periods, 30-26. The Rangers with an 18-12 advantage in the second period. One of 3 games tonight, starting out the 75-75th season in the National Hockey League. They are through 2 periods at the Garden, and the Bruins lead it by a score of 4-3. Pick up the highlights in this one. At the end of the first period and going into the second, the Bruins led 1-0. Then early in the second period, New York's Adam Graves got sent away for a couple of minutes. The Bruins get their next one with the extra man, Ray Bork, with the goal.
Gets it to Bork in front. Score! Raymond Bork from Bob Carpenter. Power play. 2-0 Boston.
Andy Moog figures to get the bulk of the work in goal this year. Very sharp tonight for his first time out.
And the Rangers' Patrick able to keep it in right in front. Rolled across. Marvelous stop. What a save on a Monty by Moog.
The Rangers got one, though, and hauled themselves back to within 1 when Doug Waite had a lengthy at-bat, point blank with Moog. Knocked it in on his 3rd whack at it. That makes it a 2-1 game. Didn't stay that way very long. The Bruins back with quick retaliation.
Bruins forecheck well. Around the boards now. Left point. Bork keeps it in. Fires in a screen. Loose. Carpenter scores! Bobby Carpenter on the rebound. Makes it 3-1 Boston.
Bruins putting together a season's worth of highlights in the first game of the year. Here's another one. This one's shorthanded.
Center ice. Bob Sweeney 2-on-1 with Hodge shorthanded. Bob Sweeney. Hodge scores! A
That'll go to 4-2 shortly after. The puck loose in the crease after a shot from the blue line during a New York power play. It's Tony Amonte comes up with it, knocks it home. And another one for the Rangers. Coming at 19:07 of the second, James Patrick scores. That makes it 4-3. In the first period, Bob Sweeney scored for the Bruins. Leach the assist at 15:01, shorthanded goal, 1-0 Boston. That's the way it was at the end of the first. In the second period, Bruins made it 2-0. Ray Bourque on a power play. Wesley and Carpenter the assist, 4:43. Doug Waite from King and Domi. First NHL goal for Waite. 2-1 Boston. Bruins made it 3-1. Carpenter scoring from Duras and Bourque. Then 4-1 Ken Hodge, shorthanded from Bob Sweeney. And then the Rangers with a couple late ones in the second period. Amonte's first, Kerr and Hardy. And then, of course, the last one, which was by James Patrick, that made the score 4-3. And that's where we are. Very exciting hockey game to start the season. And at Boston Garden, Dave Shea is standing by with one of the new Bruins. He has with him Brian Leach. David, we're at you.
All right, Tommy, thank you. Yeah, the local guys, a couple of them, Amonte and, of course, Brian, guys that Bruins and their fans would love to have in this building, but they're wearing Ranger blue tonight, and you've been wearing it now, what's your fourth season?
Yeah, this will be my fourth full year.
Last year, big year for you, 88 points. I suppose no matter what you do, they want more the next year from you.
Yeah, they always expect you to improve on your previous year, and you know, my job is really to move the puck up and create chances, and I think with some of the guys we have, a Nichols, a Timmy Kerr, and a Gartner, they're going to score the goal if I can get it to them, so that's what I've been trying to do.
Of course, you're seeing limited action tonight because of a hip pointer suffered during the Canada Cup. Is it limiting a lot what you can do?
No, I just haven't practiced with the team. I only had one practice before this game, and the hip feels pretty good. It's just mentally I've made some mistakes out there because I haven't been practicing at full speed, and that's something I have to work on all the time. It's not the physical mistakes that I usually have problems with, it's the mental. First-round
draft pick, I think the 9th player taken overall, and by a New York club, that automatically puts pressure on you to be in the media center of the world. You've handled it well, though.
Yeah, it's just how you let the media affect you. You only really put pressure on yourself, but obviously when there's, you know, that many papers and the newscasts and all the people wanting you to succeed, you tend to press a little bit and try and do well.
Well, you talk about the press and the rumors and the different stories that are circulating. We've all been hearing about Mike Richter's contract hassles with the club. He walked away today, couldn't get something done, and of course Mark Messier's name keeps popping up. I believe Bernie Nichols has already said, I won't go if I'm the one. What does this do to the hockey club trying to focus on tracking down the Stanley Cup champs?
Well, it seems to be that way every year. You know, there's a lot of rumors, and you tend just to let them slide by until they really happen, and then because there's so few that actually do come through with there's something new in the paper every day. But it's like that every year, so it's something you can't let bother you. It's part of the game, and we've got to go out and win some hockey games. That's what we're getting paid for.
Like Boston, for the Rangers, it's been a while since you've been able to carry a cup down in New York. As players, what kind of expectations do you have of this hockey club, especially being in the same position with the current champs?
Well, we feel confident we got a good team, and we're in a division that's pretty equal, and I think same with the Adams division. And anyone, I think, from either side can get to the Stanley Cup Finals. We just got to put it together when it counts. We've fallen apart at the end of the year for whatever reason, and the coaches and general managers have made changes with our team. And if it happens again, you know, there may not be anyone left here because we gotta be able to play well when it counts, and we haven't been able to do that so far.
Well, get healthy, because if you do, I know you'll play well. Brian,
okay.
Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Brian Leach, Tommy.
All right, David, 2 other games to open the National Hockey League season tonight, one in Montreal, one in Chicago. We'll have an update on those 2 for you when Bruins hockey continues tonight on your New England Sports Network. Got a good one going on at Boston Garden. Bruins got out to an early 4-1 lead, well, midway through the second period, only to have the Rangers come back with a couple of late ones in that second, and it's 4-3 now at the end of 2 periods of play. 2 other games in the National Hockey League tonight, as the 6 original members of the league are the only ones in action on opening night. At the Forum in Montreal, it was 1-0 at the end of the first period, then a lot of goals in the second period. The Canadiens' John Leclerc breaks the tie. It was 2-2. This one makes it 3-2 Canadiens in the second period. With the score 3-2, Todd Gill gets his first of the season. This ties the game for Toronto. With about 5 minutes left in the second, it is now at the end of 2 periods of play with the score tied 3-3. And in Chicago, where the Red Wings and the Blackhawks are playing, Detroit got out to a 2-0 lead on early goals at 2:26 and 3:59, and then Chicago came back, both of their scores by Michel Goulet at 5:31 and 9:48. They are at the end of the first period and into the second, and all even up at 2-2. Dave Shea will be back with hockey legend Milt Schmidt when Bruins hockey continues tonight on NESN. At the end of 2 periods from Boston Garden, the Bruins lead the New York Rangers. It's 4-3. From 4-1 Boston at one point, now it's 4-3 at the end of 2 periods. And after 75 years in the National Hockey League, the Bruins built up a pretty impressive list of accomplishments and legends. And one of those is Milt Schmidt, who is a Hall of Famer, one of the great players of his day, served as a coach and as general manager of the Boston Bruins. He is now Dave Shea's guest at our intermission. David?
All right, Tom, thank you. Tonight, the celebration, 75th anniversary of the National Hockey League. This guy wasn't here when the first puck was dropped, but I'll tell you what, of all the people connected with the Bruins, Milt Schmidt, I think you've covered the most ground from 1936 to the present.
Well, this is the 75th anniversary, I think, is it?
You right?
I'm chasing it, pal. I'm not quite there yet, but I am chasing it. But I did have the privilege, when I think back and you do some reminiscing and about Tiny Thompson and Dick Clapper and Eddie Shore and Bill Cowley, and you can go on and on. I can't forget the great number 4, whom I never played with, but in my estimation, probably the greatest hockey player I ever saw. But when I first came up here, the fellas that I just mentioned, they were the greatest. And, of course, I had 2 great ones playing with me as well, Bobby Bauer and Woody Dumart. But overall, this brings back a lot of memories, and I can remember in my day, such as you just mentioned 75 years ago, it wasn't that far back, but I did play with Eddie and Dick Clapper, and it was yes sir, no sir in those days. You just kept your mouth shut and your ears and eyes open. Today, it's entirely a different situation, and I think it's good. Not that I wasn't accepted. They treated me real well, because before I left home in Kitchener, Ontario, to go to training camp, first training camp in 1935, they said, be careful, they'll chop your ears off because they're going to take your job away. But overall, it's been just a wonderful experience and recommended very highly.
Now, if I stand corrected, 2 Stanley Cup championships as a player, 2 as a general manager, and an outstanding coach. Which of the 3 phases of the game did you enjoy the most?
Nobody can talk me out of it. Playing by far and away is the best part of the game. And as you said, I was fortunate in playing on 2 Stanley Cup teams, and I was the manager of 2 Stanley Cup teams, and by playing was by far and away the most satisfaction, because you were in there and you got knocked on your fanny, you knocked somebody else on their fanny, and you really could get into it. Whereas a manager, you just sweat and sweat and sweat. And matter of fact, it got so bad a few times, you'd go behind someplace and you'd start walking, you'd pacing. But overall, playing by far was the easiest job.
Well, you're one of the greatest Bruins, Milton. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations on getting the Old Timers Award tonight.
Well, thank you very much, and all I can say is that thank you, Boston Bruins, and the National Hockey League, and above all, thank you, fans, who made all this possible.
All right, Milt, thanks. Milt Schmidt, our guest. Let's go up to the booth with Fred and Derek.
Okay, Dave, ready to go in the 3rd period, and the Rangers 2 for 5 in power plays. Bruins 1 for 4, and the Rangers coming back puts an entirely different complexion on this game. The Bruins are in front 4-1. It looked like ready for a big upset here at the start.
In that period, what the Bruins did, they got a little bit away from the physical part. Matt Hervey was a perfect example of taking the body and then also paying attention to the puck. Hervey made some nice plays out there. You're going to find that it squirts loose, but what he does, not only does he take his man, body him off the puck, he goes and gets it. And then he goes right up ice, leads the Boston Bruins out of their own end zone. This ended up a 3-on-1. Nice lead-out pass. So this is what the Bruins have to do. Take the body, play the puck, and then move it. Something that they haven't been doing in the latter stages of that period.
Everybody says, who is Matt Hervey? A Californian. who played for Moncton last year. The top point man for the team, a free agent. The Bruins signed him, but undoubtedly Rick Bowness had a long look at him. Amati moves in. He scored a big goal. He bangs into Wesley, and Bork gets the puck. On the boards, the Rangers trying to press, and they can't contain it. The teams are at even strength. We're just underway in the third period. Boston leads it 4-3. At one point, they had a 4-1 lead, and the Rangers got 2 power play goals. And this one flex into the stands and a face-off called.
Well, there's Fred, you got an interesting story on that checkered ice. The center ice line. Why is it checkered?
All right, Ross, we televised CBS. I came back for a reaction to the first nationally televised game by the National Hockey League. And I said to Arthur Ross, what do you think of it? It was black and white. He said, well, I tell you, the blue line, the red line, they all look the same on black and white. You've got to do something. He said, why don't you check that line? So it's been checked ever since. He was a hockey genius. The man who started the Boston Bruins in 1924 as general manager, C.F. Adams, started the franchise.
There's colors were gold, white, and black. Is that not where the Bruins got their colors?
Brown, a dominant color selected from the first national stores owned by C.F. Adams. Then, of course, he was succeeded by Weston Adams, and then Weston Adams Jr. breaking Rajicka, cutting, shooting, scoring! Rajicka makes it 5-3 with a brilliant rush.
Oh, well, I guess Vladimir Rajicka was just waiting for training camp to get over. A lot of veterans do that and say, let's just kind of mill around, don't get hurt, get into semi-decent shape, and then when it starts for the clutch, let's go with a shot through the screen. Van Beesbrook well out, but does not pick up this wrist shot whatsoever.
Boy, snap that right off through the D's legs. Rosie said, now let me see you wipe that one off the board.
He should have 2 goals, really.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, his first goal in the first period called back. As Dave mentioned, Bob Carpenter in the crease.
So a 2-goal lead once again for the Bruins in the first minute of the third period. That's a superb rush by Rajicka.
There's a heads-up play by Bob Sweeney right there. Just get it out when you curl inside that blue line.
Bob Sweeney has a goal and an assist, and they both came in short-handed situations. Hervey around the boards, able to move it out by Leach. Leach pursued by Bob Sweeney. Able to keep it. Beautiful move by Leach. He is a superb defenseman. Not at full strength yet after that injury. Bruins trying to move it out. Leach contains it. His shot is wide. A quick wrist shot. And a breakout by Bob Sweeney. Picking up Steve Leach over the line. Looks for the trailer, pulls it, puts it in front, a jam. Bruins can't get a handle to it. And the Rangers break it out. Kental back on defense, trying to sift through. Play broken up. Bob Sweeney able to get it. Rushing that time was Leach. That's amazing. He's going to take over. He can do it alone. And here comes Wade, who scored the first goal. Checked by Kental. Kental goes down. Graves checked by Galley. Fought for behind the net. Yanni back there. Wait in front. Interception by Kental. Quick clear. Outside and a break by Carpenter. Carpenter all alone. Cutting in. Hit it off the side of the post. Maybe Van Beesbrook got a piece of it right on the short side corner. Carpenter intercepting. Keeping it in. He's an ex-Ranger, of course. Ex-Los Angeles King. And a great career with Washington. Save on Wait by Andy Moe. He kicks that one out. Nemchinov able to keep it in. Kental battling for it. Wade trying to center it. Does. Knocked away by the Bruins. Featherstone. Fought for in the corner. Rangers battling, pressing, shooting, save. And a quick clear out.
Good smart play by Peter Duras there, Fred. Relieve that pressure.
Rangers come back. 4 men going. They break in alone. Pass broken up. And iced by Boston.
Fine
the
play
Rangers
by
are attacking.
Fine play by Stefan.
It is Boston 5, New York 3. Third period on NESN.
Stefan Kental had to quit here. He'd have been in trouble. He He gets there, blocks off the pass to Gardner, who was on is a right-hand shot, would have had the whole net. Good play by Stefan. On the bench, Rick Bowness just talked it over. What you did, what you didn't do. Stefan Quintal did very well in camp.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Turk, he came off an excellent camp.
Bruins get the face-off. Ray Bourque works it out to Wes Walls. Played a nice game for Boston. He's on with Rajicka, goes deep, checked off the play by Mullen. Around the boards, Bourque trying to contain it, and the Rangers break it out. Everybody going, here comes Leach, but the pass is broken up by Glenn Wesley. It was too far ahead of Brian Leach. 5-3 Boston. At the Boston line, Bourque trying to check the play. King knocks it in. Back is Wesley. Wesley gets it to Rajicka. A quick clear out. Or the Rangers are moving everybody out there. Down by 2. Here comes King for Gardner. He's offside. And 16:06 left here. Period number 3. The Bruins goal. Rajicka from Wesley and Moog to make it 5-3.
Very dangerous. That man right there, Mike Gardner. Ray Bourque read that offside. Thought he relaxed a little bit. He did.
For the Bruins, shorthanded goals by Bob Sweeney, by Ken Hodge. Ray Bourque, a power play. Bob Carpenter, a score. And for New York, Waite, Monty, and Patrick, the last 2 power play goals. And then Rajicka made it 5-3.
Mike Gardner, we don't hear much about him. He needs 2 goals for 500. He is dangerous. He'll draw a lot of attention in this third period when he's on that ice.
Nichols is on. Plenty of offensive power. Amati trying to break. He has scored a goal. And he's stopped at center ice by Wesley. Wesley to Skriko. Skriko to Wesley. Bruins keep it in. Move it deep to Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney to Skriko. Can't get it in front. Battles in the Ranger corner. Bruins attacking, but the lead out is to Nichols. Nichols rolls it softly to Moog. Moog makes the quick clear to Galley. Galley looking for Steve Leach. It's off the boards, down all the way to Van Beesbrook.
Bit of a suicide pass there. Steve Leach just got that out in time.
Tim Kerr breaks it out. The shot here on Andy Moog, and Moog hangs on, now drops it off. There's a shot by Amati. Byers coming back, lost it. Rangers able to keep it in. A good play by Graves and a save by Andy Moog. He was on the ice, not hard, but headed for the corner. Leach presses to keep it in. He's trapped. Bruins with a breakout here. Over the line, Byers. Byers. Skriko. Skriko. All the way across. Couldn't set up Quintal, who had made the rush. Byers able to keep it in. Spinning around in the old-time uniform, wearing number 34. Back comes Graves. Long shot center ice. Deflected high. Kept in by Nemchinov. He avoids a hit. Comes off the corner. Still going with it. Nemchinov trying to center it. Broken up. And the Bruins able to clear it out to Byers. He's onside. Rick Bowness wants a change. As we near the 6-minute mark of the third period, the Bruins lead 5-3. Rangers coming back. Waite is over the line. Dropped the pass here, and it's picked up by Carpenter. Bobby Carpenter, a goal and an assist. And tremendous play with his speed, his versatility, his intensity. Doris battles in the corner with Janney. Doris digs it out. Carpenter trying to get free in front. Doris wheels it around at the crease. Van Beesbrook knocks it wide. It's back to Galley. Galley quickly in. Carpenter trying to move it back. Featherstone to center ice with it. Galley for Doris. Doris for Janney. Janney in traffic. Loses now to Turcotte. And the Rangers trying to break it out. Stop. Boston then can't get the loose puck. Hardy with it. Clear out Wesley there. Wesley moving to Hodge. Hodge has a goal, a shorthanded one set up by Bob Sweeney.
High stick.
Not a penalty, but a face-off call. 13:15 left. Third period. 5-3 Boston on NESN. Turcotte is at center against Ken Hodge. 13:15 left here, third period. 5 different players scoring for Boston. Bob Sweeney, Ray Bourque, Bob Carpenter, Ken Hodge, and Vladimir Rajicka. And for the Rangers, Doug Waite, Tony Amonte, and Patrick, the defenseman. The last 2 Ranger goals on power plays. Boston with 2 shots in this period, and one, of course, brilliant goal by Rajicka. And for the Rangers, they have 5 in the 3rd period. Wesley.
What a great read by Rajicka there, boy. That's heads-up hockey.
The clear in, and Wall's able to get it. Couldn't set it up with Rajicka, and the Rangers break. King leads the charge. Drills it in wide, and New York is called for the offside. Boston 5, New York 3. Back in a moment on NESN.
The little things Rajicka does right here. Wesley's going to get hit just inside the blue line, and Rajicka steals the puck from Wesley, anticipating it. Makes the play up to the open man, Ray Bourque. That's what win hockey games, those subtle little plays.
Rajicka has a goal to give the Bruins a 5-3 lead, and he had 1 call back in the 1st period. Patrick wheels it in wide of Moe. Burr checked by Walls. Bob Sweeney starts it out. Bob Sweeney trying to break. He's on with Skriko and Steve Leach. Hervey. The surprise off the training camp. Behind the net, Steve Leach with it in front. Shot by Skriko went wide, and a quick time play on a centering pass from Steve Leach. Rangers Patrick. Play at the line. Hardy rolls it in deep. Kerr checked by Bob Sweeney. Bruins able to deflect it out. And Rick Bowness making quick changes. 8 minutes into the 3rd period. Boston with a 5-3 lead. Shot here by Mahler, and it's wide. Always a threat. A deflection there. Here comes Hervey. Gains the center line and clears in.
Well, he's looking for Skriko, but this is where training camp tells. You got to be in game shape. The emotions are on the line. That's when it counts.
Gardner over the line. The centering pass in front doesn't work, and here's a drive deflected wide by Quintal. Around the boards as the Rangers press all out. Janney trying to check the play. Kept in by a Grodnick. Lost it to Wesley. Wesley able to get it out. Leach right back for Waite with a Grodnick. And Hull in deep. A Carpenter hit, but he can't get the puck, and the Rangers get it to Leach. Leach moves beautifully. Fires it high and caught by Moe. But Brian Leach has a ton of moves, and he made a good play to even get the shot away.
Boy, and he's doing all this with a fairly deep hip pointer, Derek. That's amazing that he can stop and turn the way he has in either direction with that injury.
Brian Leach said it's a little overweight in the interview, not in shape because of that hip pointer, but he does have hands. Right here, what he's trying to do, I believe, is dump it across the crease and just hit something. He's almost behind the goal line. He wants it to bounce off Moe.
9 minutes played, 3rd period, 5-3 Boston. Bruins had a 4-1 lead. The Rangers closed it late in the 2nd period with 2 power play goals. And then Rajicka with a superb move. Rush and move and shot. Beat Van Beesbrook to make it 5-3. Turcotte ready for the face-off with Hodge. Gardner and King on the wings. Shaw and Leach. Leach is playing a lot. They need his offensive potentiality. Rajicka trying to clear it out. Golf back in by Turcotte. Knocked down by Featherstone. Boy, good thing he's that tall. He just reached up to the sky and grabbed that. Wall's down to forecheck. Checks the play nicely on Shaw. Bruins trying to set the play. Walls comes out with it. Walls backhands it deep. Rajicka with it. In front is Hodge. A pass off his skate. He couldn't get the stick on it. And Gardner breaks it out with King. King on Bourque. Bourque checks him. Bourque takes it away beautifully. Ray Bourque, who has scored a goal and an assist, to Rajicka. Hard shot from outside the line. Quick change-up by Rick Bowness. We're halfway through the 3rd period. Boston leads 5-3. Moe able to tap it away for Hervey, who has been a very, very pleasant surprise on defense. Now he's trying to stop the play, and
Gets help from Galley. Galley looked like he cleared it out. They say no. Puck rolls in on Moog. And Boston Steve Leach moves it out. Bruins break. Skriko over the line. His pass stopped. Nemchinov coming hard. Nemchinov, the Russian player, goes deep. Can't get the shot away. Taken down, and heavily goes Galley, and Nemchinov down. But Galley made a tremendous defensive play on him. In deep, Skriko trying to get possession. Hit by Waite. Doug Waite, a rookie, has scored a goal. Comes off the corner. Poked away by Moog, but Waite is able to get it again. Bruins hemmed in here, and this drop pass by Waite. Nobody there to cover it. Patrick for Waite. Waite moves it up for Hardy. 5-3 Boston. Hardy to clear in. Going for it, Galley. Galley with Graves on him. Gets it to Kental. Kental safely up to Leach. And out to Bob Sweeney. Sweeney has figured in 2 shorthanded goals. He scored the first of the game shorthanded and set up hard for a shorthanded goal. A good hit there by Kental. And Duras trying to capitalize as Mahler was hit by Kental. Center ice. The Bruins fight for it in the corner. Rangers work it out and connect. Pass looking for Amonte. Broken up by Wesley. Clear to center ice. Carpenter breaks. Carpenter for Janney. Janney a shot. Saved by Van Beesbrook. In deep. Carpenter with it. Takes the hit. Janney with it. Carpenter set that up for Janney. Janney tried to center it, and it's intercepted. Away comes Amonte into center ice. Broken up. Kental tries it out of the zone. Amonte brought it back. The Rangers are offside. 8:17 left, third period. Boston leads 5-3 on NESN.
The Bruins continue their season opening battle with New York, when the Islanders invade Boston Garden Saturday night. Don't miss the action as the Boston-New York rivalry adds another chapter. You can catch Bruins Digest live at 6:30, followed by exciting hockey action at 7. The Bruins and the New York Islanders, Saturday night on NESN. Your ticket to the best in Boston Bruins hockey.
And the scoring for Boston: Bob Sweeney shorthanded, Bork a power play, Carpenter, Hodge shorthanded, Rajicka, Waite, Amonte and Patrick. Amonte and Patrick's were power play goals. We have 8:17 left in the third period. Boston with 34 shots, and the New York Rangers with 32. So the Rangers have 6 in the third period, and the Bruins have 4. Tim Kerr out at center. Amonte rolls it in. Galley is back. He's on defense with Bork. It's away to Raymond Bork. Bork giving it to Skriko, and he's hit immediately by Amonte. And back comes Patrick now. This would be an offside pass. The Rangers have to let it go, so Ray Bork works it out. And it's up for Leach. Leach, pass block, goes to Galley. Galley snaps it in. 7:45 left, third period, 5-3 Boston. Bruins forecheck. Bob Sweeney with it. An outstanding game. Gets it to Leach. The shot to save Van Beesbrook. Bob Sweeney, a backhander, and it's wide. A Ranger has lost his stick.
James Patrick.
And the Rangers break it back. Nichols rolls it in. Moog snaps it all the way up to Janney, able to clear it out. As the lines change, Rangers start the play. 7:14 left, third period. 2-goal lead for Boston. Hardy wraps it in. And around it goes. Galley to Duras. Flipped out. Leach wrapped it back in. The Rangers have to clear the zone, which gives Gary Galley plenty of time. He's on with Ray Bork. Bork snaps it to the Ranger zone. Shaw on with Leach on defense, and they break it up. Here's 2-on-1. Agrodnik is open. To Agrodnik. Save Andy Moog! A brilliant stop as he dove on John Agrodnik. Back comes Bork. 4-man rush. Bork fires in wide. 6:35 left. A big save by Andy Moog on John Agrodnik. A top goal-scoring threat for the Rangers. Rangers clear.
Icing with the score 5-3 Boston. Back to the NESN studios, Tom Larson. This Budweiser NHL update.
All right, Fred from Montreal at the Forum. Game tied 3-3 when Montreal's Guy Carbonneau breaks that tie, picks up the rebound of a Mike McPhee rush, and knocks it home to give Montreal a lead of 4-3. This update brought to you by Budweiser.
Great save there by Andy Moog, but really Moog knew exactly that was coming. Right here.
Head up.
This is no courage. Gary Galley knows. He saw that other man coming. Knows he had to get to the puck. Couldn't bail out. He did not check up. Poked it away. But it's a kind of a courage play. Kind of goes. There's no stat for it, but Gary Galley, a tough customer.
Hodge with Walls on Rajicka on the wing. Rajicka behind the net, trying to pop it in front for Hodge. Cutting right there. The puck rolls back left point to Wesley. Wesley drops it in deep. Intercepted. The Rangers just drill it out. Maybe icing. Offside. Offside or icing.
What a play by Vladimir Rajicka. Not many times will you see a player have the presence of mind and positional play to say, okay, my options are minimal. Watch him flip it over the top of the net, trying to get it to Ken Hodge in front. There he just flips it up. No one knows where it is. Hodge was fooled by the play. What a great play.
Not many players could do it.
Yeah.
No, you got to have a beautiful pair of hands to cup the stick and flip it up like that. That'll give notice to the guys in the bench. Okay, next time you're out there with Rosie,
be looking.
Be looking. You're liable to get it from anywhere.
That almost went off Van Beesbrook's back.
It did. I mean,
right over his shoulder.
The idea is just get in front of the net with a moving body and let's have it trickle in off something. A very heads-up play.
Puck kept in by Wesley. 5-3 Boston. 6 minutes left in regulation. And King starts it out. He's the left winger on the line. Looking for Gardner. Doesn't work. He gets it back and clears it in. Moog can't trap it. Gardner going for it. Wesley a hard hit. A battle on the boards. Rajicka trying to get it. It bounces for Kentel. Walls, nice play. Took the man, let the puck bounce out.
Very heads-up play. Learning to play this game.
Gardner forechecking. The Bruins get it up, and Rajicka gets it out. Breaking Walls. Up the middle for Kentel. Back for Walls. Back for Kentel. Kentel trying to cut right in. Spilled. Hodge shot. Save. And Beesbrook and Hodge scored 30 last year from that range.
Kentel, I hope he is not injured badly. Jim Nerrigan right out there immediately, and a cutting move to the front of the net. He got clipped with a knee.
Well, injuries have hampered that young man's career, and this year he was one of the solid players in the preseason.
Getting up. This may be. He's trying to move, but watch him try to get. He's locked right there. Popped it. The good thing about it that was not the planted leg. That was the leg that the weight was off of. So watch him try to cut to the net. He's got the right idea. And there's the knee, hits his.
Here, penalty to number 19. Chris King, 2 minutes for charging.
It is Boston 5 and New York 3 back in a moment on NESN.
Well, Steffi's going to try to shake it off.
Stefan's going to just, hopefully he got it high enough that it's a bruise. That was not the weighted foot. That was not the weight. He had already turned, made the cut to go, and the weight's on the left foot. The right foot is starting to come up in the air somewhat. Not an awful lot, but if he had full weight when King hit him, he could have blown that knee. Now King's in the box.
And the Bruins do have a power play goal. And Wesley holds at the left point. 5:15 left in regulation. Bruins keep it in. Rajicka is out there on the power play.
Janney's trying to find Rajicka.
Janney, a shot, a save. Carpenter wraps it deep. Rajicka digging for it in the corner. Rajicka has scored a pretty goal tonight to make it 5-3. Rangers are able to clear it. 1:28 left on King's penalty for tripping. Kentel. Wesley able to wrap it in the Boston power play. Janney going for it, and Carpenter wheeling, holding. Rajichka. Oh, he had it just checked, maybe by Leach or Muller.
Hit the shaft of the stick, got the shot away, hits the shaft of the stick. He thinks he should have had one. Right here, he's in the slot. Just going to snap it. Here it hits the stick and up over the net.
How could he be that open? If he gets that open, the Bruins have a power play.
Have a power play. And that all happened as a result of the work of Bobby Carpenter down. He did not take the quick shot, which was a low percentage shot. He curled and bobbed and came back on a pair of hands and made the play. That allowed Rajichka the time to move into the open hole.
A timeout being called, maybe?
Timeout by Rick Bowness.
Boston takes timeout.
1:09 left on King's penalty. 4:32 left regulation. A big save. A couple of minutes ago. Andy Moog on Ogrodnik.
Well, the Red Sox wrap up the 1991 season this weekend, and NESN has all the action Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock when the Sox play host to the Milwaukee Brewers. Red Sox Digest starts today at 12:30. Then it's the Sox and the Brew Crew at 1, live and exclusive on NESN.
Pretty heads-up timeout, too. What it does is it keeps Rajichka on the ice, keeps Janney on the ice, Bork on the ice, gives him a little spell, a little rest. And then he can come back with his power play for another minute or so. Just keep the same bodies out there. 4 minutes or so left in the game. He wants a goal out of it. Good call by Rick Bowness. Very shrewd hockey man.
That was the idea. That's right, to give them the rest more than anything and see if they can pop one in, which would all but wrap it up. It is back for the Bruins point man Wesley. Wants to be careful. Gives it to Bork. Bork for Carpenter. Carpenter with Janney moving. Carpenter has it. Back for Wesley. Now for Carpenter. Wesley, a one-timer. Trickles in front, and it's blocked. And the clear out. The Rangers break over the line of Monty. He's on with Waite. Well, he's been a key player. In for Waite, who has scored. They each scored a goal. And they press short-handed. And Bork takes over. 30 seconds left on the Boston power play. Under 4 minutes left. Regulation. Janney winding up. Looking for an opening. Cuts. Beautiful. Still going in. Shot to save. Oh, what a chance for Skriko. Janney set him up perfectly. And Van Beesbrook robbed Skriko. 3:30 left. Regulation.
I think Janney could have 3 or 4 points tonight.
Janney maneuvering brilliantly that time. Puck goes to center ice, and the Rangers pick it up. And Turcotte over the line. Turcotte able to clear it in. King is back out. Around the boards, Turcotte lets it go. It's blocked. Bruins clear it out. Wes Walz played a fine game. Doesn't have a point. And he is relentless on Hardy. Wraps him up. Hodge cuts in. Tried to hit the far corner and missed it. And that was all set up by Walz. Fine forechecking. At center ice, the Rangers, Turcotte. Broken up by Skriko. Back comes Hodge. The shot deflected wide of Van Beesbrook. 2:42 left, regulation.
Great second effort by Petri Skriko there at center ice and a double pirouette, really.
2:30 left, regulation. The Rangers started out, trailing 5-3. Mike Gardner at the line. He's broken up by Kental, and that's good news. Kental is okay. Bruins forecheck. A good hit, Kental on Nemchikov.
Nemchimov. He's going to get Nemchimov for life, I think.
Nemchinov it is. And Bob Sweeney, goal and assist. Leach scores from Bob Sweeney.
Hit the post.
Oh, hit the post. Oh, I thought that was in. Fans yelled.
The light went on, Fred.
The light went on, and I went with it, but it was not a goal. Steve Leach on that one hitting the post. And the fans booing, they felt it was in. But hitting the far post, Steve Leach on a setup from Bob Sweeney. And here's Byers breaking up the play. Van Beesbrook gives it off now to Nemchinov.
Baez back checking, slows down the play on Nichols. Galley trying to move it out. It is back to Leach, into Nemchinov. Nemchinov puts it in front, locked wide. Bruins clear it out, 1:24 left. Byers rushing for it with Leach. Leach cuts away from Byers. An errant pass will be icing. It is 5-3 Boston.
Fans did see the light go on.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you friends know when to say when. And by the Discover card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. By Mobile. Drive your engine clean with Mobile Super Unleaded Plus. And by your New England GMC truck dealers. It's not just a truck anymore, it's quality on the road.
All right, you make the call here. Nice drop pass. Bob Sweeney to Steve Leach. Now watch this wrist shot. You can shoot the puck like this, you're going to score a lot of goals in this league. There it goes by Van Beesbrook. Hits the post. Skips out wide. Hit the other post. Post to post.
It would have been nice for Steve to get that. He does have an assist on the shorthanded goal. But that would get him mentally in the frame of mind that I'm scoring.
Gets the goose egg off the scoring sheet. Gets you in the right direction. That's why I'd like to see Wes Walz get one. Byers get one.
A total of 40 shots for Boston, 34 for the Rangers to this point. The Bruins have for nearly all the game carried it to the Rangers. The Rangers get back in with 2 power play goals late in the second period. But Boston's got a power play goal. They have 2 short-handed goals. And in general have outplayed the New York Rangers to deserve the 5-3 lead. Byers trying to smash into a forward, and Wade is out there. Kirby on, and he snaps it out of the zone. Here it is, the final minute, and Kirby out there for Boston. And Van Beesbrook heads out. Here comes the money. He is broken up, and Galley clears it to center ice. Gardner snaps it back in. Bruins Hervey.
Good clear by Byers.
Able to clear it out with help from Byers. Hervey on again. 40 seconds left. He clears it.
Didn't mean to do that.
Icing on the play. 33 seconds left in regulation. 5-3 Boston.
Hey, I like this. Rick Bowness telling his players, I've got faith in you. Matt Hervey, free agent out of the minors. And then Byers was out there in the last minute of play. Those are big things. They mean a lot to a hockey player and their confidence. That their coach is not afraid to put you on the pond at any given time means a lot.
Your impressions of this first game?
I'm impressed with the way the Bruins came out from start to finish. Rick Bowness certainly moved them emotionally, got them involved in this game. That a lot of people are talking about goal scoring, and boys, we got to find a way to get 4 or 5, 6 goals a game. I don't care who scores them. Everyone's going to have a chance on the power play. The only lock was Janny, Neely, and Bork, and now they have to somehow switch around. You've got Rajicka out there, but the 2-point men there, they work the power play well. Wesley and Bork, and then Galley. So things worked out well. I think the Bruins played pretty sound. Great goaltending from Moog when necessary. That's what he's paid for.
And the Bruins have outshot the Rangers 10-8 in the third period. The Bruins complete their season opening rendition of New York, New York. Saturday, when the Islanders come to town, we'll have all the action live at 7 o'clock. Bruins Digest airs a half hour earlier at 6:30. Don't miss the excitement of Bruins hockey as they take on the New York Islanders Saturday on NESN. And they have a little revenge motif. The Islanders kind of roughed them up in that exhibition game.
They did. The Bruins were flat. They know it. There's probably nothing tougher in the world than playing an exhibition game when you're flat against a tough team.
Van Beesbrook is out. 6 men inside the Boston zone for the Rangers. 33 seconds left in regulation. 5-3 Boston.
I mean, there's a lot tougher things in life, but I mean, as an athlete.
Hodge, good face-off man against Kerr.
Tim Kerr is excellent as well.
Bruins get it. Bork. Up the boards. Not out. Kept in, and
The Rangers fire it and score. Tim Kerr, naturally. 24 seconds left. Wait a minute. No goal.
Same thing as Carpenter in the crease, and they're going to call it.
Look at Kerr. He had the goal, and now Kaharski calls it back, and he did it earlier on a Rajicka goal, calling Carpenter.
You're going to get a lot of looks like that because the players are not used to that. The rule about being in the crease, being around it, interfering with goalkeepers, they're going to call it. If that's the case, then fine, everyone's going to live with it. Watch the Bruins. They're going to immediately point as soon as this goes down. There's a drastic mistake. An uncovered Ranger, Amonte, makes the play across. There's Kerr in the crease. Well, not Kerr in the crease. Gartner in the crease.
Gartner is called for interference, nullifying a goal by Kerr. And the faceoff is outside the Boston line. That rule was in there. You can't be in the crease and you can't interfere with the goaltender, but they really never call back goals. Tonight we've had 2 called back.
They just decided to call it.
They're calling them. In deep, Leach, in front, blocked, loose, not cleared out. At the right point, a hard shot, blocked. Ray Bourque digs it free. Big pileup of players in front. 4 seconds left. Bourque gets it up for Hodge. Hodge clears, and the Bruins win it. The Rangers coming in with their firepower, but the Bruins outplayed them. Simply outskated, outchecked, outhustled, and outscored them. And they salute Andy Moog as Boston wins the opener, commemorating the 75th anniversary of the National Hockey League with 2-16 representatives, the Rangers and the Bruins. The final, Boston 5 and New York 3. A wrap-up.
This has been an exclusive presentation of NESN, your New England sports network, your ticket to Boston Bruins hockey.